Welcome to the Huntsville Hornets High School Football Pregame Show, sponsored by Charlie's Used Cars. We're just moments away from kickoff. But first, here's Carlos Zimmermann, Brian Adams, and John Clendenin.
Live from a very, very muggy and overcast Brenham, Texas, we welcome you to the Pride Land, Cup Country. Season opener. And a big battle in store for us here in 5A Division II. The 10th-ranked Brenham Cubs taking on your Huntsville Hornets here this evening at Cub Stadium in Brenham. As we welcome you inside the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth, my name's Carlos Zimmermann. Alongside of me, the former Hornet quarterback Brian Adams, John Clendenin down on the sidelines for us as we kick off the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show. Glad to have you here with us tonight, BA. Year 5 for you and me up here in the booth. Going to be a lot of fun. Two teams that are very highly touted going into this season. Two teams that are projected to go deep in the postseason, but it all starts with game number 1 here this evening. Should be a lot of fun, to say the least, here tonight.
Yeah, no doubt, Carlos. Great to be with you here tonight in Brenham, and man, this is what it's all about, Friday Night Lights. And here we are. I think we're kind of, we've had some weather, but I think this game is going to kick off here pretty soon. And, man, what a matchup we're going to have tonight.
Absolutely. Two teams that are poised to try and start off this season on the highest of notes with a win here on the road. Brenham got the win here a year ago when y'all were here at Cub Stadium, and Huntsville's obviously looking for some redemption in that fact, and obviously they want to set the tone for the season. But, BA, different-looking team going into this year. A very young team that Todd Mabus has talked a lot about. They're going to lean a lot on the youth going into this season ahead, and it all starts here tonight.
Yeah, you know what? They really do. Huntsville has a lot of youth on their side, even at the quarterback position with Zay Adolph. Now, Zay Adolph has played quite a bit of football, though. He played as a freshman, sophomore, and here we are as a junior. He's gotten extensive playing time, but his counterpart tonight for Brenham, boy, Roland Branch, I mean, he's an absolute stud. Between these two guys, it ought to be an offensive football night.
Absolutely, it will be, as those two will watch that throughout the night. We're going to watch the battle of running backs as well. You know, it's hard to fill the shoes of a certain Trayshawn Brown, who's now going to be taking snaps in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. So, Jacabian Burks, you're up next, the senior running back who got to play behind him for the last couple of years. Obviously, a young man that is excited to really take on this mantle this year. They're going to lean heavily on him out of the gate here, BA. But on the other side of that, an Oklahoma commit and Jacoby Dixon, that is going to set up quite the battle here tonight between not just the quarterbacks, but the running backs too.
Yeah, you're right, Carlos. And both teams have lights-out skill players. I mean, at the quarterback position, the wideout position, DBs, all of these guys can play some football. And with Burks getting his first nod behind, the outstanding player of Brown going in Alabama, I mean, we've seen him play. That kid can run, and so Huntsville ought to be in pretty good shape in the backfield.
They talk a lot about the wideouts. You mentioned it right there. A lot of guys that can take the mantle. KJ Betts named a captain earlier today. You got Ty Harrison coming back. You have Landon Fisher over there. You have a new weapon in the arsenal, Jamarian Mills, who was on the basketball court but comes over to football this season. And let me tell you, when I saw him in Lufkin, this kid is going to be an X factor for the Hornets. So you got 4 incredible wideouts that I just named right there, with more coming up the pipeline. Zay Adolph's got a lot of targets. We talked about it on the Coaches Show on Monday night with him. He's obviously very excited about that. Now flip to the defensive side, BA. Caden Mabus leading the way in the secondary. It's a young defense that's in front of Huntsville this year, with Caden being the only returner in the secondary. How is that going to play a factor here tonight with some inexperience on the varsity level for some of those DBs back deep?
Well, you know what? I think Brenham is going to test them. You know, make no mistake about it. They've watched the film. They understand what the Hornets have. The Hornets understand what Brenham has. So I would venture to guess, Caden Mabus is going to get a workout tonight along with his 3 other guys, and 4 guys, if they're in a nickel. But you know what? These guys are ready. They're young. They're talented. And even though they're young, Carlos, they've gotten some playing experience. Ought to be an exciting night.
Absolutely, it should be. We're on the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show live here from Cub Stadium in Brenham. We are about half an hour away from starting this one, so why don't we step aside? Coming up next, your Hornet Insider with head coach Todd Mabus here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, brought to you by KSAM Sports. Your Hornet Insider is next.
Tim Rushing here with Charlie's Used Cars. If you have not been by to see the great selection of quality pre-owned vehicles we have in stock, do yourself a favor and come see us at 230 I-45 South in Huntsville. Charlie's Used Cars is a family-owned and operated business serving the auto needs for 52 years with superior customer service. Besides quality vehicles, Charlie's also has a service center where we can help with your auto repair needs, routine service, and don't forget about your vehicle's AC system. Come by and see us or visit us online at charliesusedcars.com. Charlie's Used Cars, 230 I-45 South in Huntsville.
Time for the Hornet Insider with head coach Todd Mapes. Brought to you by Charlie's Used Cars.
Coach, just some opening thoughts going into this week 1 matchup with Brenham, top 25 matchup. Just your final thoughts from fall and this week of practice as now the games have arrived and we're here.
Yeah, no, it's a certainly exciting time. It's gone by extremely fast, I'm proud of our football team and their growth and development, since last November when, our season ended. I think that we've taken some great strides, not only physically, emotionally, mentally, and, we've got to be able to use all of those things to be able to go out and play a great Brenham team.
You talk a lot about the youth of this team, especially just you and I were talking off air about the young sophomores and how they've just continued to grow through this fall. Just some things that have stood out to you best about your young guns amongst your returners.
Yeah, we have some really, really good young football players. Our sophomore class is very, very talented, and a lot of those guys are going to be, playing on Friday. It'll be their first varsity game. It won't be their defining moment one way or the other. We're going to keep working. We're going to keep practicing. We're going to keep growing and developing them. They have a great work ethic. They really do. I think their strength, speed, all the physical stuff that, our job is to be able to maximize them in the off season that, we were able to do that. Proud of their growth in their numbers, from strength and speed purposes and, character and everything else. It's just, it's still a stage and it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, and so, where they are right now, they're certainly varsity ready or they wouldn't be there. And so they're going to perform to the best of their ability on Friday, and like I said, we'll get better. We'll be a better football team in week 2 than we were in week 1, and we'll be a better football team in week 7 than we're going to be in week 3. So it's just it's a growth mindset. We're trying to get better every day, and just continue to grow. I'm not a coach that thinks that. You get to a certain part of the season and you're just going to be as good as you're going to be. I know there are a lot of coaches that say that or whatever. I'm not that guy. Played a lot of football games, been a part of, playing 16 games as a coach and a player. And, your football IQ can always increase and your efficiency that you play with and everything else. So, we're just going to keep getting better.
And then your returners now with a year under their belt of learning your system, just how have they continued to adapt as they have left year 1 and now looking into year 2?
Yeah, like I said, we talked off the air a lot of things about, being unrecognizable. And I think with some of our returners, they are unrecognizable. Ty Harrison is a return receiver for us right now. The level of play that he has accelerated to, he's not even the same guy. When I got here March of 25, he was, per the evaluation of our staff that had been here. I didn't even know him. He was kind of whether he was going to be a bubble guy as a varsity player as a junior, or he was going to be on the JV. Ended up being a varsity player, had a great year. But, you compare Ty Harrison in March of 25 to Ty Harrison in August of 26. He's unrecognizable. It's a different dude, and I think a lot of our guys are that way. That's just one example. It certainly has helped with continuity of terminology and those types of things, not even for our varsity guys, but our JV guys. We're able to go run a football practice and speak in our football language, and everybody understands what that means. 365 days ago, even the coaches were about a page ahead of the kids. Right now we're books and chapters ahead of the kids, but the kids still have, recognition of what it is that we're doing. So, that thing has been very smooth for sure.
Now, looking at Brenham, some initial thoughts. You'll have a secondary that's young, inexperienced in some areas. That'll be up against a really good core of wide receivers that are seasoned vets for Brenham. Just how do they manage that on Friday?
You got to keep them in front of us. That's number one. They're very explosive, and they can certainly get behind you in the step. So we got to keep them in front of us, and we got to tackle well. Game one is always difficult in the fact that, football teams that are playing their first football game have been working on certain stuff in the spring or in fall camp that they obviously did not show in the scrimmage. And now you go out week one and there's something new and that the kids have never seen before. A lot of people don't realize that. But so we've got to do a great job as a coaching staff of making sure that we're adjusting. I think that we take a lot of pride in how we coach, each position, to the fact that we're coaching all levels of football, and we have an adjustment in how we can change things that we've already implemented in. Because again, I don't even know what Brenham's going to show us. They showed us some different stuff last year, and so, it comes to a point in time, especially the first game. It happened last year. I think the fourth play of the game, we went 3 and out on the first series. They come out the start of the second series, the fourth play of the season, and lined up in some formation and then shift and try to have a receiver run. Like, those are things that you can't possibly prepare for. So it comes to the point defensively where you have to survive some stuff. Like it may be a big chunk and a big play. We've got to be able to make a tackle and not make sure that there's points added to it. So, you survive some things and just got to keep playing for 48 minutes.
Talk about Zay Adolph and his development through this offseason as he gets ready to take the mantle of this offense going forward.
Yeah, I think he's had a great offseason. He had great arm strength as a sophomore. I think his arm strength has even improved a little bit. It has improved more. But the way that the ball is coming out of his hand so much faster is really where his development has come into play. Being able to get the ball out of his hands quickly to our guys on the outside, hopefully, allows defenses to try to stretch us a little bit more horizontally, which opens up the running game. And then we've got great speed, at receiver, where we can stretch the field vertically. And he's done a great job of being able to throw deep balls and creating that type of relationship, timing, and chemistry, with our receiver group. Been really proud of our receiver group. I think in 25 years that I've coached, it's probably the best room all the way around. We do have some guys in there that we need to be able to get the ball to, and they're unselfish guys. They understand the game of football and what we want to do, and they know that on the edge, they've got an opportunity to be able to block downfield, and they take great pride in it.
You've said ad nauseum with us 4-yard plays or good plays. Just how do you stack those in a top 25 matchup with a young team?
Yeah, you just got to be patient. It's whether it takes you 15 plays or it takes you 1 or 2 plays, the end result is making sure we're getting 6 points out of it. So, situational football. We need to understand that 4 yards is a good football play, and you just keep hitting it in the same spot. And we have guys that can win one-on-one matchups that something that looks like a 4-yard play, the next thing it turns into something explosive because we win the one-on-one. Brenham's got great defensive talent and skill and pride and tradition and all those things. You can't get lost in the transition of the game. One play doesn't define a football game. We've got to continue to execute and just stack plays on top of each other and continue to find a way to be successful.
Last thing for you, I think big key in this ball game is being able to set the tone on the ground early, and that's twofold with an explosive back like Jacavian Burks, but a really young offensive line as well. Just how do they do things well in tandem to be able to set the tone on the ground early? Yeah,
it all starts at the line of scrimmage. We've got to be able to expand space, got to have great communication up front, and so just got to stay with it. We've got different things that we can do and how we can stretch the field from sideline to sideline, and then we've got guys where we can be able to run it downhill. So, we've got to find what best works for us, and certainly putting the ownership on Zay on a lot of things, in our running game too, which I think makes us very dangerous in the fact that we've got a quarterback that can make plays with his feet too. So, we have a lot of weapons offensively, and we got to do a great job of putting them in position to make plays. And our offensive line just got to be able to hold on long enough and continue to expand space and be able to win the line of scrimmage.
This has been the Hornet Insider with head coach Todd Mavis, sponsored by Charlie's Used Cars on 101.7 KSAM, your hometown station.
Tim Rushing here with Charlie's Used Cars. If you have not been by to see the great selection of quality pre-owned vehicles we have in stock, do yourself a favor and come see us at 230 I-45 South in Huntsville. Charlie's Used Cars is a family-owned and operated business serving the auto needs for 52 years with superior customer service. Besides quality vehicles, Charlie's also has a service center where we can help with your auto repair needs, routine service, and don't forget about your vehicle's AC system. Come by and see us or visit us online at charliesusedcars.com. Charlie's Used Cars, 230 I-45 South in Huntsville.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show as we get set for Huntsville versus Brenham here tonight in Cub Country. And now we'll send you down to the sideline. Third member of our crew, Mr. John Clendenin. Welcome to the team officially, my friend. Glad to have you here tonight, man. How are you? Oh.
Carlos. Oh, there we are. Carlos, it's awesome to be here on the sidelines officially. It's been 209 since Huntsville lined up against somebody else when they walked out of the stadium against the Terrell Tigers. It's been 25 days since they've gotten to line up at all when they started fall camp. And now tonight here in Brenham, Texas, the Huntsville Hornets get to open up their season against their longtime rivals, the Brenham Cubs. It's going to be a very, very good matchup. Three things I'm looking for. Number one, the emergence of Zay Adolph as the bona fide leader of this offense. There's no more Trayshawn Brown to cover for you in the run game as he's off to Tuscaloosa to play for Coach Callan DeBoer. It is now time for Zay Adolph to step up and fill those shoes. Number two, Ronald Branch is one of the most electric quarterbacks in the state of Texas. How is Davis going to lead this young Hornet secondary against a guy that can stretch the field both with his legs and with his arms? And then finally, this young Hornet defensive against Jacoby Dixon, the Oklahoma running back commit, who is back at Brenham after playing in Houston last year. It's going to be really interesting to see how Todd Mavis and this Hornet coaching staff have game planned for his explosiveness as one of the best running backs in the country.
Couldn't have said it better myself there, John. Let me ask you, what's the vibe right now on the sideline?
I think there's some anticipation. I think everybody's kind of ready to go. We have a truncated warm-up process of the lightning delay that we were in before everybody got started and everybody filled the stadium. So everybody's been in the cars. The players have been in the locker room. I think there's, mind the pun, some electricity on the sideline, just ready to kick off and line up and hit somebody that's not wearing your same jersey. As, like I said, it's been 25 days of football, guys, but they haven't been able to hit somebody on a different team for 200.
You're absolutely right, John. Last thing before we have to step aside and take another break. What is going to be the ultimate X factor for this Huntsville Hornet team to come out on top and get this first win of the season against the Brenham team they have not beaten for a few years?
Carlos, I think the ultimate X factor is going to be Zay Adolph getting the ball outside to those playmakers and letting guys like KJ Betts and Jamarian Mills make plays in space. This Hornet offense can be very explosive in the passing game. It's just going to depend on Zay getting the ball out to those guys in order to try to create those big explosive plays with his legs whenever you're able to open up the field on the outside.
All right, John, thanks for your time. Have fun down there. Don't get into trouble, and welcome to the team, my man. We're excited to have you, and what a great start for your official debut. I know we had you in Marshall last year, but big opportunity for the Hornets tonight, and glad to have you out here, man.
Absolutely. It's an honor to be here. I'm excited for this season of Hornet football.
That's John Clendenin in our sideline pass. We're going to step aside and take a break. Right now, we're going to pause 10 seconds for station identification and then dive into the rest of our pregame show here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Huntsville, 101.7 KSAM. Sting 'em Hornets.
Chicken and waffles, a cozy combination. Chick-fil-A's got chicken and waffles. Sweet and savory together in a brand new way. Whoa.
Introducing Chick-fil-A's new chicken and waffles. Crispy chicken between 2 maple-flavored waffles with bacon and honey butter spread served with syrup. Available all day long.
Chicken and waffles. Right now we're Chick-fil-A.
Order chicken and waffles all day at Chick-fil-A. Menu switches from breakfast to lunch at 10:30 a.m.
For 25 years, the City of Huntsville Main Street program has been working to preserve the past while building a vibrant future for historic downtown Huntsville. From supporting local businesses and historic preservation to downtown improvements, community events, public art, and more, they are proud to help keep the heart of Huntsville thriving. Come experience the shops, restaurants, history, and hometown charm that make our downtown special, where history meets hospitality. Learn more at HuntsvilleMainStreet.com.
I'm Jerry Larson at Reliable Auto Parts, your auto parts plus store in Huntsville, Texas. Having great products, excellent quality, and outstanding prices. This is what you can expect from Reliable Parts, where you can purchase all your car care products, maintenance supplies, and auto parts. Our services and in-house store offerings are designed to keep your vehicle and motorized machine in proper working condition. Reliable Parts, your auto parts store, 1011 11th Street, Huntsville, 295-5747.
No job is too big or too small for McCafferty Electric, whether residential, commercial, wiring, or rewiring. Established since 1962, McCafferty Electric is licensed and bonded for your protection. Whether it be a service or repair job, new construction, or remodel of your home or office, call McCafferty Electric. Open weekdays 8 to 5 with 24-hour emergency service available. McCafferty is located across from Bauer Stadium on Sycamore Avenue. McCafferty Electric, the first choice for all your electrical needs.
Hey folks, Clint Mack here with Wiesner in Huntsville. Football season is back and we're kicking things off with a big win on Chevy Silverado right now. Well-qualified buyers can get 0% for 5 years, plus no payment for up to 90 days when you finance with GM Financial. If you need an SUV to haul the family around to the game for tailgating, we have a full inventory of Suburbans, Tahoes, Traverses, Traxxas. That's a deal we're cheering for. So before the next kickoff, come see us at Wiesner in Huntsville or visit us online at WiesnerHuntsville.com and find your new Chevy Silverado. Together, let's drive.
Proud supporter of Huntsville High School, Danny Doherty State Farm in Huntsville covers all your business, auto, home, life, and renter's insurance needs. Call or stop by the office and get a quote today. They will find the right policy to fit your needs. Call Danny Doherty State Farm Insurance at 936-295-2067. That's 936-295-2067. Or visit them at 2914 Montgomery Road in Huntsville.
We welcome you once again here to Brenham, Texas, here on the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show. Delighted to have you with us alongside Brian Adams and John Clendenin. I'm Carlos Zimmermann. BA, real quick here as we're running short on some time. Your keys to victory tonight here for the Huntsville Green and White in this battle of green. How do the Hornets come out on top to start this season 1-0?
Well, I tell you what, Carlos, I think first and foremost they have to contain the – this is electric. They can move the football. Secondly, the secondary for the Hornets, they cannot afford to let a offensive receiver get behind them tonight. If that happens, it could be a big play for Brenham. And then third, they've got to play clean, sound football. If the Hornets can do that, keep the penalties at a minimum, get first downs, and move that ball down the field, the Hornets going to win this ballgame. That's Brian's keys to the ballgame. We're going to step aside and take another break, and we'll set you up for the Walker County Federal Credit Union countdown to kickoff coming up next, live from Brenham, Texas, here in the Pride Land on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
In the market for a new Ford? Head to Bill Fick Ford in Huntsville because their current inventory has got to go to make room for the 27s rolling in. Bill Fick Ford has the complete lineup of Ford Super Duty, Super Cruise, fuel-efficient sedans, SUVs, and America's best-selling truck year after year, the Ford F-150. Bill Fick Ford, no bull, just good deals. Be sure to ask about their first-time buyer program and shop online at BillFickFordHuntsville.com.
This is Kevin with Beckham & Jones Heating and Air Conditioning. It's that time again. The heat of summer is just around the corner. Don't get caught on the weekend or at night and find out that your air conditioner is on the fritz. Call Beckham & Jones today at 936-295-9173 and schedule your planned maintenance inspection with our trained technicians. But if you do have an after-hours problem, we have 24-hour emergency service to get you cool again. Maintenance agreements, trained technicians, and 24-hour emergency service. Now that's Beckham & Jones.
License number 2607.
When your business depends on propane, downtime isn't an option. At Nelson Propane, we keep these Texas businesses running with dependable deliveries, remote tank monitoring, competitive pricing, and local customer service you can count on. Whether you operate forklifts, restaurants, manufacturing facilities, construction sites, or agricultural operations, we make sure you have the fuel you need when you need it. Don't wait until you're running on empty. Call Nelson Propane today at 800-234-9052. Nelson Propane, your hometown propane provider.
Hi, I'm Michael Murray with Murray Insurance and Financial Services. Our family agency has been representing the Huntsville and Walker County area since the 1930s. We can help you prepare for your future with your financial planning needs, along with the unexpected with life, health, long-term care, and disability insurance needs. Please give us a call at 1-800-695-LIFE. Our email is mike@murrayservices.net.
Welcome you back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Delighted to have you with us here today as we get set for this one tonight. Looking ahead to the Walker County Federal Credit Union countdown to kickoff in just a moment. We will be bringing you your weather report along with a look into what we have in store tonight a little bit further, along with some key starters that we'll look at for this one this evening. So step aside and take another break once again. When we come back, we'll get you to the Walker County Federal Credit Union countdown to kickoff live tonight in Brenham, Texas, here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Folks, this is Frank Oliveris, Marine Corps veteran and owner of Frank's Taco Station and Cafe, Riverside, Texas. Come on out to Frank's, where we welcome you like family and invite you to try some of our favorites, like the Frank's Bacon Cheeseburger, Brisket Kojo Taco, Chicken Fried Steak, Baked Potatoes, and more. At Frank's, there is something on the menu for the whole family. Frank's, the home of the loaded train, offers dine-in or carry-out. We are open Monday through Saturday, or call in your order at 936-594-8139. See you soon, and as always, we love you in Christ Jesus.
Hey folks, Clint Mack here with Wiesner in Huntsville. Football season is here, and we've got a starting lineup of used cars and trucks and SUVs ready to hit the road. We have Chevys, Fords, GMCs, Toyotas, and a lot more. We've got all makes and models on the field. Looking to trade? Bring us your current ride, and let's see if we can put together a winning deal. So don't get caught on the sidelines. Make your moves today and drive one home. Come see our team at Wiesner in Huntsville or visit us online at wiesnerhuntsville.com.
Your brand is your business. Shop local with Advantage Specialties, where you will get service with a personal touch. Hello, I'm Stephanie Pitts, owner and operator of Advantage Specialties. Advantage Specialties offers screen printing and embroidery on site. Let Advantage Specialties get you ready for your next event with cups, apparel, caps, pins, and everything else you could need. Go to AdvantageSpecialties.com or call our team at 936-291-3222 to start that order now. Sting 'em Hornets!
Hey Huntsville, it's Cicely with Hartfields. Can you believe it's already back to school time? We are stocked and ready for you to send flowers to your favorite teacher. We have a $15 special going on now for back to school, and you get to choose between a plant or fresh flowers. For more details, give us a call at 295-5448. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram, or visit our website at HuntsvilleHartfieldFlorist.com. And if you're in the neighborhood, we'd love for you to stop by the shop at 1525 Sam Houston Avenue. So this fall and always, remember Hartfields, personalizing your events since 1957.
Welcome back, ladies ladies and gentlemen, here tonight in Brenham, Texas, as we are now into the Walker County Federal Credit Union countdown to kickoff as we welcome you back inside the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth. I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Glad to have you with us, BA. Just some more thoughts on this one before we take a look at the weather forecast for tonight. You know, this Huntsville team rocking the all-whites tonight, it is going to be paramount that they come out to a hot start out of the gate, whether they're on defense or on offense.
Yeah, you're right, Carlos. And with the weather being, what it is, these guys are going to have to hang on tight to that football. I mean, because that thing will squirt out in a minute if they do not. Yeah, it's going to be a very tough ball game. I mean, to start off the season, this may be the game of the week. Make no mistake about it. It is going to be good. The Hornets have to keep the mistakes down to a minimum. I mean, that is just paramount. And Zay needs to come out and do a really solid job going through his progressions. And then on the offensive line, you don't do anything without the offensive line. Those guys tonight, they have to have a good ball game, and the guys like Ian Johnson, Wyatt Stokes, Cameron Spivey, those are your anchors on that offensive line. They have to protect Zay Adolph, and if they do, man, Zay Adolph is going to light this place up tonight.
Yes, he will. Looking at your weather forecast for this one tonight, it is warm and a little bit muggy out there. It's 86 degrees out there right now. Feels a little bit warmer than that. The rain has cooled things off just a tad bit, so we got that going for us. There is a wind out of the south-southeast at 7 miles an hour, and we're expecting just cloudy skies for the rest of the night. We see the sun setting out off to our right, but we are nice, dry for the most part, and ready to go for some football here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. That's your Walker County Federal Credit Union countdown to kickoff weather forecast. Let's step aside and take another break. We'll do some more key players to watch in this ball game tonight, some new faces and some old faces to keep an eye on, as well as take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard and around Texas high school football across the region. Coming up next on the Walker County Federal Credit Union countdown to kickoff.
TWFG and More Insurance has been providing families in the Huntsville, Texas area with their auto, home, life, and business insurance needs since 2003. We have access to hundreds of insurance carriers, so you'll have choices for the coverage you need without paying a penny more than you should. Call TWFG and More Insurance to get a free quote at 936-293-8121. That's 936-293-8121.
Hey folks, Clint Mack here with Wiesner in Huntsville. Football season is here, and we've got a starting lineup of used cars and trucks and SUVs ready to hit the road. We have Chevys, Fords, GMCs, Toyotas, and a lot more. We've got all makes and models on the field. Looking to trade? Bring us your current ride, and let's see if we can put together a winning deal. So don't get caught on the sidelines. Make your moves today and drive one home. Come see our team at Wiesner in Huntsville or visit us online at wiesnerhuntsville.com.
Shopping for a vehicle or want to lower your current payment? Now's a great time to save with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Loan rates are as low as 3.99 APR on 2022 and newer. Whether you're buying a vehicle or refinancing your current auto loan, we're here to help you keep more money in your pocket. Better rates, local service, decisions made right here. Stop by Walker County Federal Credit Union on Normal Park Drive, apply online, or give us a call. Membership eligibility applies. Rates and terms are subject to credit approval. Member NCUA.
Gentlemen, here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, here on the KSAM YouTube channel, as well as the over-the-air on 101.7 KSAM on the KSAM mobile app and at KSAM1017.com. Alongside Brian Adams and John Clendenin, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Delighted to have you with us here tonight at Cub Stadium as they are trying to wind down senior night festivities. We were scheduled for a 7:15 p.m. kick, but looks like that is going to back up just a little bit here, BA, as the Hornets, they are going into their pile, talking with Coach Mabus. You know, second year for Coach Mabus at the helm of this team. Took him to the second round a year ago, beat a really good Marshall team, and then played hard against Terrell in Waco, but the game just got away in the second half. Just For a coach that's going into his second year and a team that has a lot of expectations on it, what do you think's going through his mind right now as he's talking with his guys?
Well, you know what? These guys are sitting there talking about the game plan. That's what they're huddled out there for right now. They're discussing any last-minute changes that may come up. And I tell you what, for the Hornets, I'm so excited. Todd Mavis is their head coach in his second year, a former Sam Houston Bearcat football player. He knows this game. He knows how to coach up these young kids. I mean, a phenomenal person, and he's going to have this team ready to roll as soon as we get the green light to kick this ball off.
Indeed, my friend. It's going to be a lot of fun. Both teams that are poised for a good season in front of them. Brenham, again, a very highly touted team. Top 10 in the state in 5A Division II, number 10 to be exact. Huntsville was picked a little bit further down in those rankings, but still in the top 25, so it makes for a top 25 matchup here this evening. And obviously, Hornets got to feel pretty darn good going into this game with the talent that they have on their end of the field, but they still got to play a clean 48 minutes of football if they want to come out on top. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, take you around Texas high school football across of Huntsville's district as well as across our listening area region. Two games that happened yesterday. Porter took down Galena Park 36-26. Big win for the Porter Spartans, one of the new members in the district for Huntsville this year. Montgomery was able to edge out New Caney last night, 23-20 as well. Springwoods is in Cleveland tonight taking on the Indians, a 7 p.m. scheduled kickoff time, but with weather across southeast Texas, that is probably wreaking havoc across the Houston area in terms of when those games are going to launch. We'll get scores updated as it becomes available. Montgomery Lake Creek is hosting Bastrop tonight. They were scheduled for a 7 p.m. kick. Kingwood Park is hosting Goose Creek Memorial at Turner Stadium at 7 o'clock this evening as well. And then around the region, in our listening area back home in Huntsville, Madisonville is in Needville tonight. They are scoreless so far in that ball game. Trinity is taking on Jewett Leon. They were scheduled for a 7 p.m. kick. New Caney West Fork is hosting A-Leaf Elsick. Tonight at 7, Anderson Shiro is in Lovelady taking on the Lions at 7:30. New Waverly is hosting Cleveland Tarkington at 7:30 p.m. tonight as well. That's your looker at the out-of-town scoreboard around Texas high school football as we are still waiting for the teams to get to their sidelines. And they'll wrap up senior night festivities here before long, before we get this one off and rolling. BA, just want to pick your brain. Some final thoughts going into this one. You've seen a lot of Hornet football over the years. You played in the 80s. Obviously, the game has changed a lot since then, but the mindset hasn't changed, and that's go out there and win. How does this Huntsville team put it together for 48 minutes tonight?
You know what, Carlos, that is a great question, and I can tell you from Hornet folklore and history that these guys are as confident a bunch of guys to get ready to play a football game as you'll ever see, and that's the Hornet mentality, always has been. We feel like as a Hornet we can beat anybody anytime, and I guarantee it, that's what these guys feel, and it is about to kick off, and, man, it is going to be exciting. The one thing, Carlos, that has me a little bit concerned is the amount of wind blowing. So we've had bad weather roll through. It's been wet. Now we've got the wind blowing. Man, these guys, the special teams guys, the kickoff units, they are going to have to be very careful about that wind tonight.
You're going to get a lot of different looks potentially tonight with just the multitude of guys out there that can play multiple positions. You move on from Caleb Kulak, who graduated this last year. Now enter Jonathan De Leon as the new kicker for the Huntsville Hornets. So some things to keep in mind, and experience is another factor tonight, but the Hornets aren't going to let that shake them whatsoever. They're going to stay true to themselves. They've done that all through fall. They did that in the spring prior to that, and watching them last Friday, they just feel poised. That's the really big word tonight you're going to hear a lot from me, is they are poised to go into this matchup and feel pretty darn good coming out of it with 2 more non-district games that lay ahead, and then the important ones ahead. 7 district games on the schedule, the docket for the Hornets this year after they wrap up non-district, as all roads, once again, lead to the doorstep of AT&T Stadium in Arlington.
You know what? At the coach's show Monday night, Carlos, I sat there and I had a few minutes to visit with Zay Adolph right before he left, and I was just telling him how proud I am of him from the poise he is showing when he gets in that pocket. And you're talking about a guy that is just now a junior. So, I mean, he is playing at a totally different level. And again, if his offensive line can give him some time to find those open receivers, he'll be able to pick them apart. And that's what I'm excited about tonight, seeing how this offense progresses. But then this defense, boy, they're going to have to stand tall because Brenham is tough, and they have got some offensive players that can light it up. And, man, they've got to contain those guys.
All right, gang, we've done enough talking. It's time to get to some football here this evening as senior night festivities are about to conclude for Brenham. They're going to run through their tunnel. Huntsville's going to run through their tunnel, and then we will dive into this contest tonight. A little later than we expected, but we're having football tonight. It's good to have football, Texas high school football, back in our lives once again.
Best time of the year.
Best time of the year. You said it right, my friend. We're going to step aside and take a break. When we come back, we'll probably break into the national anthem, and then we will have kickoff for you. Huntsville versus Brenham, top 25 matchup here in the heart of Washington County. Kickoff coming up next on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network after this.
This is B.J. McMichael, Minister of Students and Outreach here at University Heights Baptist Church and a proud 1993 Hornet graduate. At UHBC, we believe that Sunday is game day for your faith, and we start at 8 a.m. with our traditional worship, and then at 9:30 and 11, you have options. Huddle up in a small group or attend one of our contemporary worship services. 2 time slots with 2 great options. Don't forget about Wednesday nights, 6 and 7:30, Bible studies and programming for every age and stage. And if you already don't have a church home, please check us out at uhbc.net and find ways to add church to your weekly game plan. We'll save you a seat. Sting 'em, Hornets.
Let's go to Double Dave's, Double Dave. When you need a break, they got the right food, and it's a really great place.
Hi there, Huntsville. Did you know that Double Dave's has the largest delivery area in the city? Hot, fresh pizza, pepperoni, stromboli, and our salads made daily can be delivered right to your door. And for those outside of our delivery area, we have a delivery hub near you. Call today, 936-291-3283, and get it to you today.
Let's go to Double Dave's, Double Dave. They got the pizza with that fresh made taste to put a smile on your face. Let's go to Double Dave's.
Got a tree problem? Woods Tree Service has the solution. And the number to remember is 936-661-8180. Need tree trimming? 661-8180. A tree that's got to come down? 661-8180. Need that stump out of your yard? 661-8180. Woods Tree Service is our region's most trusted tree experts, and we are ready to serve you. Call 936-661-8180. That's 661-8180. Woods Tree Service.
Shopping for a vehicle or want to lower your current payment? Now's a great time to save with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Loan rates are as low as 3.99 APR on 2022 and newer. Whether you're buying a vehicle or refinancing your current auto loan, we're here to help you keep more money in your pocket. Better rates, local service, decisions made right here. Stop by Walker County Federal Credit Union on Normal Park Drive, apply online, or give us a call. Membership eligibility applies. Rates and terms are subject to credit approval. Member NCUA.
Beautiful day to play some football, boys. We gotta believe. We gotta be mentally strong. And anybody coming in our house, they get dealt with. Whose house? Whose house? Whose house?
Hey, keep fighting now. Keep fighting, boys.
Dominate on 3. 1, 2, 3, dominate. Let's go.
The following is a Hornet Nation Broadcast Network powered by KSAM Sports Broadcast. It's Friday night in Hornets country. This is Huntsville Hornets High School Football. Proudly brought to you by Bill Fick Ford, Frank's Taco Station, Charlie's Used Cars, Walker County Federal Credit Union, Heritage Oak Funeral Home, Northside Baptist Church, AB Squared Self-Storage, Murray Insurance and Financial Services, Moak and Moak Attorneys at Law, Huntsville Main Street, Hartfield Florist, Nelson Amaya's Collision, Double Dave's Pizza, University Heights Baptist Church, Chick-fil-A, Advantage Specialties, and by Wiesner of Huntsville. Now, live from the Bill Fick Ford broadcast booth, here's Carlos Zimmermann, Brian Adams, and John Clendenin.
Since the spirit of the national anthem is contained more in the words than in the music, will you join in singing as a Brenham High School band under the direction of Eric Reddick plays the Star Spangled Banner?
Ladies and gentlemen, a new season is upon us as we welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, to the heart of Washington County, the birthplace of the Lone Star State of Texas, here in Brenham for tonight's matchup on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, presented by our friends at Bill Fick Ford. The Huntsville Hornets there in Cub Country tonight going to battle with the number 10 ranked Brenham Cubs in one of the more highly anticipated matchups here on opening weekend of the Texas high school football season. A pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen, as the Honor Guard is now vacating the field, and we are almost ready for some football here tonight in the Battle of Green, to say the least. This is going to be lots of fun tonight, and we hope you are nice and dry wherever you may be and ready to get at it with us tonight. For final storylines here tonight, let's go to the third member of our crew, John Clendenin, down on the sidelines. John?
There we are. Hello. All right, Carlos, you mentioned it earlier. It all leads to the doorstep at AT&T Stadium in 119 days. But tonight, the eyes of Texas are here in Washington County as we have a top 25 matchup between two teams that have their eyes at Arlington in a few months. The Brenham Cup, this series, yet Phil, a streak as the around me on the Hornet Nation.
The captains are meeting at midfield for the coin.
Trying to work out some technical issues here. There's a lot of people packed here into the stands tonight here in Brenham. So on this side as well, that means there's a lot of Hornet faithful that are here this evening. And so we are ready and excited to have you with us. John Clendenin, thank you for that update as the captains are down on the field meeting.
Number 0, Caden Mavis.
Caden Mavis, Ian Johnson, KJ Betts, and Jeremiah Peterson, the four of them that are doing the coin toss there with the Brenham captains. We're going to see who controls the ball first here tonight, BA. Which way it goes, who's got the best advantage?
Well, you know what? I'd certainly like to get the ball first. Being a quarterback, Zay Adolph, being the quarterback he is, get that chance to put points on the board first. That's what I've always liked. A lot of coaches, they always defer to the second half, so we'll see.
Watching them down there, coin has been flipped by our white hat. He will signal who is going to get the ball first. Looks like he motioned to Huntsville first.
Brenham won the toss and deferred. Huntsville will receive. Good luck. Let's have a great game.
All right, there you have it. Huntsville will have the ball first as Brenham deferred to the second half. So you get a look at Zay Adolph in the offense first out of the gate. BA, you're the quarterback. You're the expert. What's going on through the mind of that young man as he gets ready to start his junior season?
Well, he's just going to have to come out and he's just going to have to make a couple of good plays. You know, a couple of short passes, something to build his confidence up, maybe take a shot, a blind side, something to kind of get rid of those nerves. And once that has happened, this kid is going to light it up. I mean, he can run the ball, throw the ball. He's got great vision. It is going to be a fun time watching this game tonight.
Tonight's video broadcast is being presented in 2K Quad HD with a 4K Ultra HD enhanced presentation. Closed captioning is also available for our friends who are hearing impaired as kickoff team is ready to go out there on the field. See how looks like we're going onside kick out of the gate here, BA, with the wind blowing about. Well, I might be wrong here, BA. Trying to shake off some of the rust. It's been 9 months since I called a football game.
Right.
Nope, now they're just ready to rock and roll. Blusenega ready to send it back deep to receive for the Hornets, Landon Fisher and KJ Betts. And ladies and gentlemen, you've waited a long offseason. We've waited a half hour longer than we thought we would. It's time for Hornet football once again on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. The kick goes back deep, taken from the edge of the boundary for the Huntsville Hornets is Landon Fisher up the far side. 30, 35, 40. Hurdles a man at the 50 and out of bounds around midfield. Good start for the Hornets on a big return for Landon Fisher.
Nice return. Fisher on the far side gets a great block, cuts it to the sideline, upfield. Man, what a great return. Great start for the Hornets.
Great starting spot here for the Hornet offense. Zay Adolph now wearing number 1 on that jersey. The Hornets in the all-whites tonight with the numbers in green outlined in black. They marked Landon Fisher out of bounds at the 48-yard line as we begin the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter here tonight in Brenham. A good start here for Huntsville On special teams, we didn't talk a lot about that in the pregame, BA. That third phase of the game being so key, and it shows on play number 1 of the 2026 season. Your Hornets go right to left across your radio dial. Zay Adolph in the shotgun, 3 receivers near side. 1 back with him is Burks. 4 up on the line for Brenham. Adolph gets a high snap, play fake, fires left side, caught. Ty Harrison makes a nice move in Brenham territory across the 45 and down at the 43. A solid gain of about 7 to set up second and short.
Yeah, nice route there by Harrison. He's lined up on the near hash marks, runs about a 5 to 7 yard comeback. Adolph hits him perfectly. Nice play.
Give him 9 yards on that carry. 2 receivers stacked to each side here on second down and 1 for the Hornets. 11:27 left in the Heritage Oak first quarter. Burks now to the left hip here of Adolph. Barks out a change at the line of scrimmage. He gets from the sideline. Adolph comes set, claps, gets a high snap. Keeps himself and runs around the right side. He's got a first down and more. Takes a tumble across the 40 and down around the 39-yard line towards the Brenham sideline. Enough for a Mocha attorneys at law first down.
That right there could be one of the best plays the Hornets run all night. They get the first down. That's going to give them confidence. Obviously, they're in Brenham territory with a fresh set of downs. I can look for him to see him go for a big play right here.
Todd Mabus said 4-yard plays are the best plays, and they show that there as Adolph gets the snap on first down and 10. Fakes right and trying to step through would-be tacklers, but he is brought down about a yard beyond the line of scrimmage. The tackler there for Brenham appeared to be number 16, Brooks Rosnowski.
Brenham got a lot of penetration right up the middle over the center for the Hornets. Got into the backfield, very disruptive, brought Zay down for looks like a yard loss on the play.
So second 11 here for the Hornets. 41-yard line moving right to left. In Brenham territory, 10:24 left to go here in the first quarter. Man in motion, that's Burks from the right side in the slot. Fake the give, Adolph looking for some space, spinning around some would-be tacklers, but is tackled after a modest gain of about 3. Gets a first third down opportunity here tonight for Huntsville, and it's going to be 3rd and 8.
2 back-to-back quarterback draws up the middle. Didn't get a whole lot of yards. Big third down coming up right here for the Hornets.
Owen Robinson on the stop there for Brenham. Brings up 3rd down and officially 7 at the 38-yard line of Brenham. Going right to left, no score here in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. Trips near side, 1 out to the far side. 1 back is Burks with Adolph, 3 on the line for Brenham. Adolph claps, gets the snap. Has some time, steps up, now has some room running here to the left, fires it up over the middle, and it is caught, 20-yard line. For the Huntsville Hornets, Landon Fisher, who had the big return to open and set up Huntsville in good field position. He's got a nice grab of 18 for a Mocha attorneys at law first down.
Great pass, Adolph. He had pressure coming around the ends. He stepped up in the pocket. Nice, soft touch pass. First down, Hornets.
And they are now officially in the Murray Insurance and Financial Services red zone as from the near side, man in motion. Adolph keeper around the left side with a little bit of space, takes a big hit short of the 15-yard line. He shares some pleasantries with one of the Brenham defenders. Decent gain. Brings up second down for your Huntsville Hornets. 9:04 left to go here in the first no score.
Well, this is what's very important. You're in the red zone. The Hornets have to make the statement. Opening drive of the game, they got to punch it in.
Gain of 3 for Adolph. Second down and 7. Burks initially lined up in the pistol, but now he'll come up to the right side of Adolph. Gets a wide snap, handed off Jacavian. Makes a nice cut move across the 15. Cutting it back to about the 14-yard line. That will set up 3rd down. And roughly 4 here for your Huntsville Hornets, trying to punch it in first here tonight in Brenham.
Burks takes it over the left side between the guard and tackle, picks up a couple of yards on the carry. Another big 3rd down inside the red zone here for the Hornets.
Dual backfield now as Jackson Lewis checks in for Huntsville with receiver to each sideline on 3rd down and 4 from the 14, moving right to left. Adolph gets the snap. Option run, it's Burks to the left side. Cuts it back across the 10. He's got a first down and goal to go. Jacavian Burks right to the 9-yard line and a fresh set of downs for the green and white with 8:12 left to go here in quarter number 1.
Nice run by Burks. I mean, he stretched it out to pick up that extra yard to get the first down. Hornets are looking good on this opening drive.
First and goal from the 9-yard line. Right to left go the Hornets with Burks in the backfield. A couple of tight ends checking as well. Miles Phelps along with Cullen Coffey. 2 receivers to each sideline, 1 receiver to each sideline, rather, as both tight ends come in motion to stack the right side. Adolph from the pistol gets a high snap. Keeps it himself around the right side with a lot of space. End zone, Zay Adolph. How fitting for number 1 to have the first touchdown of the season. The Hornets strike pay dirt first. That is a Huntsville Main Street downtown touchdown for your Hornets.
What a great play action fake by Zay Adolph. He spins back, puts the ball in the belly of the running back, rides him up, pulls it out, takes it around the end. Great score. Huntsville Hornets.
Now time for the Nelson Amaya Collision Center extra point try for Jonathan DeLeon, his first opportunity here. Try and add a point to the scoreboard. Snap and hold down, and DeLeon's kick through the uprights. And with 8:04 left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter, it's Huntsville 7 and Brenham 0. We're back in 30 seconds here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
In Huntsville, Hornet football is a tradition that brings our community together week after week, season after season. From the opening kickoff to the final whistle, we cheer as one, united by our hometown pride and our commitment to supporting one another. At Heritage Oak Funeral Home in Huntsville, that same spirit of compassion and community guides us as we serve local families with dignity and care. Visit heritageoakfh.com. Heritage Oak Funeral Home in Huntsville, where heritage meets home. Your hometown funeral home.
7-0 Huntsville out of the gate here in the first quarter of play. 8:04 left to go on the game clock as the Hornets get ready to kick it off back to Brenham. When we get this kickoff over, we will go to the third member of our crew, John Clendenin, down on the sidelines here in just a moment as the Huntsville Hornets, 3 minutes and 56 seconds come off the clock. Multitude of plays, all of them pretty much good chunk plays minus the 1 yard loss for Adolph. Otherwise, it was all Huntsville on that opening drive, but the tone was set by Landon Fisher with that big-time 48-yard return to set the Hornets up with great success.
Well, it's like you said a while ago, Carlos, that's the third aspect of football. Special teams is critical, and they started off with a huge return to get this game going.
Jonathan DeLeon, who knocked through the extra point, will get ready to send it away to Brenham. Brenham is in their greens tonight with gray numbers, so this is going to be a tough one for us to try and read. Short pooch kick taken and a fair catch called for. That catch made there by Nate Raw. And that is where Brenham will set up shop. John, out of the gate, scoring a touchdown. Your thoughts on it?
Absolutely, Carlos. I thought that you had to get Zay Adolph in a rhythm. That's exactly the quarterback run, short passes, and they were able to punch it in the end zone. A beautiful first drive of the season for the Hornets.
Now we get a look here at Brenham. Roland Branch in the shotgun. Jacoby Dixon to his right against the snap. He'll pass on first down. Catch made, 34-yard line, slipping through some tacklers. Down to the 40-yard line goes Brenham's number 3, C.J. Glover. Solid gain of about 7 to bring up second and short on the stop there for your Hornets, wearing number 27, Bryson Johnson.
Bryson Johnson, the sophomore linebacker, in for the tackle on the Hornets there. Nice play.
After the gain of 7, second and 3 from the 42, Brenham goes left to right across your radio dial. Branch in the gun, gets the snap, fakes the give to Dixon. Big drop back, loads up. Deep down the field, he's got a man wide open. Catch made, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Nate Raw. 58-yard strike, and just like that, Brenham responds.
Well, we talked about it. You cannot afford to let a very talented set of wideouts get behind you. He got 10 yards behind the Hornets there. Wide open, perfect pass. We're about to have a tied-up ball game.
7:24 left in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter as the sun has decided to greet us here on the back end of this evening. And it looks like for a moment, Brenham was lining up to go for 2, and Todd Mabus will take a University Heights Baptist Church timeout. We're going to keep it right here, though, as Brenham didn't take long, BA. 2 plays, they strike for 66 yards. A lot of that on that big pass play there to Raw.
Yeah, well, we've seen Branch, and we know how talented he is, and the Army has, and he just, again, proved it right there. I mean, just launches one downfield, a perfect spiral, just right into the breadbasket. Walks into the end zone untouched. They've got to put pressure on Branch, and they cannot afford to let those wideouts get behind them.
BA, while we have a moment here, why don't we thank some of our sponsors who made this season of Huntsville Hornet football broadcast possible?
Absolutely. Huntsville Hornet football is presented by Bill Fick Ford. No bull, just good deals. AB Squared Self-Storage, your local go-to self-storage facility. And our good buddy over there at Charlie's Used Cars, Mr. Tim, customer satisfaction is our number one priority. And Double Dave's Pizza in Huntsville, serving fresh hand-tossed pizzas, pepperoni rolls, Philly cheesesteaks, strombolis, and the town favorite salad bar.
So after the touchdown to Raw, point after try now for Brenham. Will split the uprights and good for Blue Senega. And we are level at 7 here at Cubs Stadium. Hornet offense back on the field. After this, we're back in 30 seconds on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Folks, this is Frank Oliveris, Marine Corps veteran and owner of Frank's Taco Station and Cafe, Riverside, Texas. Come on out to Frank's, where we welcome you like family and invite you to try some of our favorites, like the Frank's Bacon Cheeseburger, Brisket Kojo Taco, Chicken Fried Steak, Baked Potatoes, and more. At Frank's, there is something on the menu for the whole family. Frank's, the home of the loaded train, offers dine-in or carry-out. We are open Monday through Saturday, or call in your order at 936-594-8139. See you soon, and as always, we love you in Christ Jesus.
Tied at 7:24 left on the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter of play. Alongside Brian Adams and John Clendenin, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Glad to have you with us. 2 plays for the Brenham Cubs, and they are on the scoreboard. First, some blown coverage by the Hornet DBs. Brian, we talked about it in the pregame. That's a young secondary. Caden Mabus, really the only returner back in that secondary this season. They have already had one punch thrown at them. An opportunity for them to reset when they get back out there, but right now it's up to the Hornet offense to respond. Short line drive kick here up the left side. That is going to take a roll and bounce at the 15-yard line. KJ Betts on the return this time, and he'll just sidestep out of bounds. Around the 22-yard line is where they're going to mark him. That's where the Hornet offense will set up shop. Let's go back to John down there on the field. John, punch thrown by Huntsville, counter punch thrown by Brenham. That is probably going to be the story of this game tonight.
Absolutely, Carlos. This is a team that has a lot of experience on the offensive and only called his team over to the bench. They jumped and up there for the second defensive possession, whenever that may come.
Aaron Faith, the defensive coordinator for your Huntsville Hornets in his second year with Huntsville, going to try and get them right. Tied at 7:20 left here in the first. Hornet offense back out there after a good methodical opening drive. First play of this drive, it's a handoff to Jacavian Burks, and he has a nice stretch run across the 25 to the 27, bounced off a couple of Brenham defenders to set up a gain of 5 and 2nd and 5 coming up here for your Hornets.
A nice run up the middle by Jacavian Burks. I mean, that's what you're looking for. You know, get 4 yards plus. You got 5. Nice run up the middle.
So Adolph is going to be alone in the backfield for this next play. 2 receivers to each sideline. Burks in the slot on the right side. Fisher on the left side. Burks in motion from right to left. Here's the snap. Handed off Jacavian here to the left side. Makes a couple of nice moves, but an even better tackle in the backfield for a loss. That time for Brenham. Give that one that time to number 5, Ledrick Walker Jr. 3rd down and about 6 to go here for your Hornets.
Well, there wasn't nothing there. Burks tries to take it on the near side, cut up field. Brenham played it perfectly. One-on-one tackle. Nicely done.
Tied at 7. First quarter of play here at Cubs Stadium. Halfway through this first. About 6 minutes and 13 seconds on the clock. 3rd down and 6 for your Hornets at their own 26 from right to left. Adolph in the gun, gets the snap. He'll look to pass. 3-man rush. Feels the pressure coming. He'll take off and run with it. Sliding forward, but short of the first down. He needed the 32. He gets the 30, and that's all he gets. So 4th down and 2, and the Hornets will have to punt it back.
Really good defense on that series of downs by Brenham. They kept the Hornets in check. Burks trying to run it up the middle a couple of times. Adolph forcing the Hornets to punt the ball away. Now, Brenham is about to have very good field position.
De Leon stands at his own 15-yard line. One back to receive for Brenham at his 40. Waiting for the long snap here is De Leon. It's a high one, and it will roll into the end zone. De Leon's going to have to try and get something off. He gets it out of the end zone, and a battle for the football, and into the end zone. Touchdown in favor of Brenham. Ledrick Walker Jr. picked the ball out of the air. De Leon is now, looks to be the one down in the end zone here for the Hornets. But Brenham on a special teams miscue by Huntsville strikes Pater.
Boy, that was a huge miscue by the Hornets. I mean, you cannot afford to snap the ball over the punter's head when you're so far into your own end zone. Can't do it.
Our officials are huddling up on the E of the Brenham word art in the end zone just to get some clarification here. I think we're going to get some.
Rolling on the field with a snap went over this punter's head. At that point, he loses protection as a kicker. Therefore, there is no foul in the play. Result of the play, touchdown Brenham.
So there you have it. Loses protection, did De Leon, because he did not have full possession of the football. And Ledrick Walker Jr. is able to strike for a touchdown on the special teams mishap by your Hornets. And just like that, at 5:15 left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter, Brenham is on top.
Well, what they used to coach us back in the old days, and I'm sure it's still the same, when you have a scenario like that, goes over the punter's head, that punter has to kick the ball through the end zone. You take the safety, you don't take the touchdown. They've got to learn that.
Extra point good for Brenham. 5:15 left to go in the first. 14 Brenham, Huntsville 7. We're back in 30 seconds on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Fender bender? Don't sweat it. Nelson Amaya's Collision Center is here for you. Walking distance from SHSU at 2011 Sycamore Avenue. They have served Walker County with integrity since 1999. From auto paint and body repair to seamless insurance claim processing, they handle it all. Visit them in Huntsville, check out their new Madisonville location, or see them online at NelsonAmayasCollision.com or call 936-439-4545 today. Nelson Amaya's Collision Center, proud supporter of Hornet football.
Welcome back to Brenham and Cub Stadium. Huntsville down after going up 7-0 out of the gate. Now down to the Brenham Cubs 14-7 as we continue the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter live from the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth. Carlos Zimmermann with you on this Friday night alongside Brian Adams and John Clendenin. Not the start Huntsville wanted to have, and that's saying with the opening drive that they did have, BA, but now Brenham has made them pay for some mistakes.
Yes, they have. Defense for the Hornets, boy, they're going to have to step up big time.
Now the offense is going to have to respond once again as Blue Senega gets ready to boot it back to the Hornets. Fisher and Betts back deep to receive. Now down a touchdown. Senega will boot it deep. And the Hornets have a miscue on the kickoff, both of them. Fisher and KJ Betts just did not have any communication there whatsoever. The lucky thing for them, BA, is that ball went out the back of the end zone.
Luckily for them, you're right. But these guys have to talk to each other. I mean, communicate. That's two bad special team plays back to back.
So the Hornets will bring it out to the 25. They'll go right to left across your radio dial as Zadoff had a great opening drive. Second drive stalled out in their own territory, leading to the touchdown for Brenham on special teams. Hornets will just have to reset here. They got to find a way to just block it out of their mind.
You know, and that's the good thing about you talking about trying to just block out all the distractions, anything negative. You know, the good thing with Zay is, although he is a junior, he has had extensive playing time as a freshman and a sophomore, so he has the experience under his belt to take that and move these Hornets downfield.
In case you didn't see it there, unsportsmanlike conduct was called on Miles Phelps for Huntsville, so half the distance to the goal. Hornets will now have to start at their own 13-yard line. Two in the backfield here is Adolph. Hands this one off. Lewis running to the right side with blockers in front of him, and the pile kept stretching forward beyond the 17-yard line for a gain of about 4 on the play there. Nice little run there by Jackson Lewis to set up 2nd and 6.
Lewis carried it up the right side between the guard and tackle, carried a couple of tacklers along with him. Nice run there.
So after that gain, we're inside 5 minutes to play first quarter. Brenham 14, Huntsville 7. Same formation, 2 in the backfield with Adolph, a receiver to each side. Adolph gets the snap, keeps it himself, and trying to stretch the body forward, is able to turn in positive yardage, but that Brenham front four is able to crash in on that. Again, very young and somewhat inexperienced offensive line there with only 2 returners back this season, being Ian Johnson and Wyatt Stokes. After the gain of 1, it's 3rd and about 4 for Huntsville.
Big down coming up right here. The Hornets have to convert. You don't want to give Brenham good field position to start another drive.
Adolph will now line up in the shotgun. Trips near side. One out to the far side is Harrison. Be the tight end here in Cullen Coffee in the slot. Fisher and Betts with him. Burks in the backfield. Adolph gets the snap. Four-man rush. Adolph with happy feet in the pocket, trying to stretch around some would-be tacklers, stretching forward, trying to get the line of gain, but he's going to be short at the 21-yard line. It's only a gain of 3. Brings up 4th down and 2, and the Hornets go 3 and out.
Well, here we go again. Almost identical scenario we had on the previous punt that was snapped over the punter's head. The Hornets are on the 21-yard line. The punter is standing on the 5.
Good to see Jonathan DeLeon back out there, and he will punt it away. His deep snapper will be Braden Wilson, the third-string quarterback here for the Hornets. So he will get ready to snap it here to DeLeon. Clean snap this time. DeLeon gets it off, a decent punt to the 45-yard line. Fair catch was not called, and he is swallowed up around the 44-yard line is the Brenham returner, C.J. Glover. But still decent field position here for Brenham with 3:18 left to go here in the first BA. While we have a pause in the action, let's thank more of our sponsors who made tonight possible.
Well, we want to thank Huntsville Independent School District. It's a great day to be a Hornet. We are building champions, everyone, every day. And Advantage Specialties, located at 252 State Highway 19 in Huntsville. Your local one-stop shop for all your promotional item needs. And Hartfield Florist, personalizing your events since 1957.
So here's the Brenham offense back out for their second drive of the night, leading 14-7, 3:18 left to go here in quarter number 1. Alone in the backfield will be Roland Branch. Lots of time to throw. Loads up left side, has a man down there, but it falls to the turf incomplete. Looking the way of C.J. Glover, the one back in coverage for your Hornets was Martin Juarez. But that will set up 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion at the 45 for Brenham going left to right.
Well, I'm not surprised Branch tried to go for it again right there. I mean, you know, if you can't keep them covered, air it out to them. The Hornets are going to have to get tighter coverage.
We got Jaden Bennett, Sam Kieschnick, Caden Mabus, and Martin Juarez, the ones in the secondary for the Hornets. As Branch from the shotgun gets the snap, fakes the give, throws right side, caught. Stopped short of the line of gain in Huntsville territory at the 48. Nice play there made by Jaden Bennett in the open field, but it sets up a manageable 3rd down and about 2 here for Brenham after the 8-yard pickup.
Critical down here for the defense for the Hornets. I mean, you got 2 yards to a 1st down. They've got to stuff the Cubs somehow, some way on this coming up play.
Danny Young's at the helm of this Brenham team, 10th ranked in 5A Division II. Setting up this top 25 matchup. Shotgun here for Branch. Receiver to each side with an H-back 2. Branch will keep it himself, running straight forward. Does he have enough? I think the Hornets stopped him short, BA. He needed the 45. He only got the 46, so only 1 yard, and it's 4th and 1. Does Danny Youngs roll the dice?
I bet you that I bet he's about to roll the dice. Hornet defense, fill the gaps.
I wonder here, maybe they'll try to draw Huntsville off sides first, with it such being a short distance. They'll have C.J. Glover in the Wildcat, along with Jacoby Dixon in the backfield. 4th down. They do snap it on 4th down. Glover has got enough for the 1st down and more, and slips out of a couple of tackles, 30, 25, 20, and down inside the red zone here for the Brenham Cubs. Down around the 14-yard line goes Glover in the Wildcat, and a fresh set of downs for Brenham and plenty more.
Nice run by Glover over on the left side. I mean, bunch of arm tackling going on out there. He's running right through it. Big 1st down in the red zone. Brenham threatening once again.
15-yard line here for the Cubs. Glover once again operating out of the Wildcat. Now it's Jacoby Dixon that's going to take the snap here and try to run it straight ahead, trying to bounce it to the outside. The Oklahoma commit forced out of bounds around the 10-yard line goes Dixon. Pickup of about 5 and a 2nd down and 5 coming up here for Brenham as they go left to right. 1:11 left to go here in this first quarter. 14-7 Brenham. And they are threatening for more. Dixon will again line up here in the Wildcat with a receiver to each side. 2nd and 5 from the 10. A bobbled snap. Ball's on the deck. Dixon scoops it up. And they get him down at around the 6-yard line, just short of the line of gain. Near disaster there for Brenham. That field's still a little soggy to say the least, but is that enough to move the sticks? No, it's 3rd and a measly 1 here for the Cubs.
Brenham has done a really good job taking advantage of Huntsville's mistakes. They've been on Huntsville's side of the field for most of the, if not all, of the first quarter.
Wildcat once again, 40 seconds left first quarter. This time, another bobbled snap, but taking it straight ahead and enough for a first down, potentially. Oh, I don't know, B.A.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. They needed the 5. John, I'm looking at you down there. He says fourth down. Nice stop there by Jamondre Mason to stop the Wildcat play that went to C.J. Glover. So that will bring up fourth down here for Brenham after no gain. And Danny Young's and company, they are going to let this cycle to the end of this first quarter of play. Well, we've had a lot of action here in quarter number 1. 12 minutes down, 36 more left to go. It's the Cubs 14 and the Hornets 7 as we head to the second quarter here tonight in Brenham. On the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, we're back in 60 seconds.
Where there's a will, there's a way, as the saying goes. But where there's no will, there's absolutely no way your last wishes will be known. You need to get serious about your estate and call Sam Moak at Moak & Moak to get your estate, will, and other documents updated now. Without a will and proper estate plan, the government decides with probate. You've put it off long enough. Sam A. Moak's practice is focused on estate planning, probate, elder law, real estate, and transactional law. Practical wisdom, trusted advice, and personal service. Moak & Moak, attorneys at law.
Affordable Plumbing Incorporated in Huntsville is a proud supporter of Huntsville Athletics. Family owned and operated since 2000. Affordable Plumbing serves the plumbing needs of Huntsville, New Waverly, Trinity, and surrounding areas. The company is backed by years and years of experience and strives to support the community in a courteous and professional manner. For all your plumbing needs, call them at 936-291-7886. Again, that's Affordable Plumbing at 936-291-7886. Sting 'em, Hornets.
One quarter down here in Cub Country, the Bride Land, Brenham, Texas. Brenham 14, Huntsville 7. It is fourth down and 1 coming up here for Brenham at the Huntsville 6. As we'll now go to the third member of our crew, John Clendenin. John, some thoughts here on fourth down and 1. They've already rolled the dice once, now doing it a second time. What is going to be the mindset here for the Hornet D?
Yeah, the playing with house money right now, and if you're the Hornets, you have to make sure that the inside is plugged, but watch for them to bounce outside with the athleticism in their backfield. Doesn't matter if it's Branch, Glover, or Dixon, whoever's going to pull that ball and try to go on the outside. You have to maintain discipline, and that's what Coach Todd Mabus has been preaching to his defensive line, is gap integrity here on this crucial fourth down.
Big spot here for the Hornet defense. Brenham doesn't need the touchdown here. They can get another set of downs by getting forward just the 1 yard. But as John alluded to right there, got to be paramount here that the inside's plugged, but watch the bounce to the outside with their versatile backfield that they've had on this drive between C.J. Glover and Jacoby Dixon. Glover and Dixon again in the backfield. They have the tush-push guys up front. High snap to Dixon. He's got a first down. Is he short of the end zone? Yes, he is. Down to the 2. Will be Jacoby Dixon, and a first and goal coming up here for Brenham.
Well, you called it. Just tush push right up the middle, picked up the first down. Looks like Brenham has the ball on the 2-yard line.
Right on the doorstep of it here. You know, we talked about it in the open, a very young defense they have up there, not just in the secondary, BA, but it's really across the board. Got some different guys up front. Got Ahau Vine up there up front, as well as some of the bigger guys trying to plug the gaps. And now we're going to have whistles, and I believe Danny Young's just called his first time out of the quarter here before we have a snap on first and goal from the 2BA. Let's thank more of our wonderful sponsors who made this broadcast possible here tonight in beautiful Brenham.
Absolutely. We want to thank Wiesner of Huntsville, home of the bottom line, Northside Baptist Church, growing people in Christ to reach others for Christ. Huntsville Hornet football is presented by Bill Fick for No Bull, just good deals. Walker County Federal Credit Union, more than banking, it's belonging. Member NCUA.
11:49 left to go here in quarter number 2. Brenham 14, Huntsville 7 with John Clendenin and Brian Adams. I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Delighted to have you here this evening as the Hornets came out of the gate firing. A 48-yard kickoff return by Landon Fisher set up a 52-yard touchdown drive, capped off on a run-in for Zay Adolph. But since then, it has been all Brenham. A 2-play opening drive for the Cubs that resulted in a lengthy touchdown for Nate Raw, and then a special teams miscue for the Hornets turns into points for Brenham as well on a scoop and score for Ledrick Walker Jr. That's all the touchdowns we have had so far here tonight. A lot of ball still to be played, but Brenham on the doorstep of getting ahead 2 scores, and when you get to that point, it is potential trouble. Wildcat once again, Jacoby Dixon. Glover to his right. Dixon gets the snap, trying to run it up the gut, spinning around would-be tacklers, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacoby Dixon.
Well, straight handoff up the middle. Brenham capitalizes on special teams mistakes here so far in the first half. Huntsville's really got to do a better job in special teams. They cannot let a good team like Brenham get great field position, but that's what good teams do. They take advantage of mistakes.
So 20-7 pending the point after try here for Blue Sinega. 11:44 left to go here in the second. Snap, hold down, kick for Sinega, tumbling through the uprights. And with 11:44 once again to go here in quarter number 2, it's Brenham 21 and Huntsville 7. We'll take a timeout for 30 seconds. Back after this on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
For 25 years, the City of Huntsville Main Street program has been working to preserve the past while building a vibrant future for historic downtown Huntsville. From supporting local businesses and historic preservation to downtown improvements, community events, public art, and more, they are proud to help keep the heart of Huntsville thriving. Come experience the shops, restaurants, history, and hometown charm that make our downtown special, where history meets hospitality. Learn more at HuntsvilleMainStreet.com.
Brenham 21, Huntsville 7, 11:44 left to go here in the second quarter. We're at the top of the hour. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Huntsville, 101.7 KSAM, Stingham Hornets.
Live from the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth, the Battle of Greens tonight. And right now, it's the Cub Green that has got the bulk of the points, 21-7 in favor of Brenham here in their home stadium, Cub Stadium. Good crowd on both sides. Brenham brought quite the delegation tonight here from their hometown on senior night, no less. Huntsville with a good delegation that braved the rain to make it here to Brenham, about an hour and 15 minutes to the southwest of the gateway to the East Texas Piney Woods. Sinega ready to boot it back to the Hornets. Oh, and it's an onside kick, and it's going to be an illegal onside kick because he punted himself into the ground, and it only went 5 yards. So if you're talking about the Huntsville Hornets here, they just caught a massive break on a special teams miscue for Brenham.
Yes, they did. What a huge break. And you're right. I don't know what the deal is with special teams, but both teams are suffering.
Goodness gracious.
I mean, he almost missed
the ball.
Exactly. I mean, I've never seen that.
I mean, we'll need an umpire here to do a if he swung and missed
that was
at
almost
that one.
a foul tip.
Basically was if it only trickled 5 yards away. But if you are Huntsville, you have caught a big-time break. And here's development here, BA. That is not Zay Adolph out there at quarterback. That is Caden Mabus. Under center here for your Hornets. He gets the snap, hands it off Jacavian Burks, waiting for a hole to open up, and nothing will. As he's tried to bounce it back outside, forward progress was stopped at the 46. It's a loss of 1 there for Burks, bring up 2nd and 11, and I'm looking down there, and I don't see Zay anywhere.
Yeah, I don't either. I see him on the sidelines walking around.
Ah, there you go. Oh, I found him.
Yeah, looks like Mabus did an inside handoff to Burks, and just Brenham was waiting on it. The linebackers stepped into the gap, plugged the holes. I mean, not a whole lot of running. Actually lost a yard on the carry.
11:09 left to go here in the second. Brenham 21, Huntsville 7. Caden Mabus in at quarterback, Burks to his left. And a receiver to each side. Mabus gets the snap. He's going to drop back and pass for the first time since he was a sophomore at Lockhart. Double coverage down there, trying to get to it. Hornets want a flag. They're not going to get it. Intended target there for Huntsville looked to be DJ Briggs. Mabus got it there. Briggs kind of had to go back and get it, but it falls to the turf incomplete. 3rd and 11 coming up.
Kind of a scary pass, really. I mean, he was triple covered, and you're throwing it up. Man, a lot of things can go wrong in triple coverage.
Like I said, it's not like Caden is not unfamiliar with the quarterback position. Started all the games for Lockhart as a sophomore, his last year with his dad there at Lockhart before they came to Huntsville. 3rd and 11 from the Brenham 46. Mabus dropping back, has time, fires here to the right side, looking for Jamarian Mills, trying to come back to it. It's incomplete. Flag flies in. Are they going to get OPI or DPI? And it looks like the early signal, it's going to be OPI on Jamarian Mills.
Well, it looked like the ball was thrown.
No, they do call it on the defense. That is going to go against Brenham. Traylon Kelly.
Mills was trying to fight back to the inside where that ball was thrown, and the defender wasn't going to let him do it. And I think that's what got the call for. That's a huge break. Big 15-yard play for the Hornets.
Well, you'll have to forgive me, misread the referee right there. I guess he was pointing not to the player, not to the side. So, big break for the Hornets. Moka turning it on first down, courtesy of the Double Dave's Pizza penalty. Fake the give. Mabus near side looking for Mills, but couldn't get back to him in time for the cut. Incomplete, 2nd and 10 on the way. They're really targeting Jamarian Mills. I mean, you got a lot of length there at wide receiver. Completely different look here for Huntsville as well with some other wideouts. You got Jaden Ricino on the far side, and then I mentioned DJ Briggs earlier. With Burks in the backfield here, 10:42 to go, second quarter. Brenham 27, Huntsville 7, but they are threatening. Mabus in the pistol. Tight end comes in motion left to right across the line. Mabus gets the snap, handed off to Burks. They read that perfectly, did Brenham. Tandem tackle there for number 2, Rylan Lewis and Jarius Booker. Now we got a multitude of flags coming in.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Pleasantries being shared between both teams. Like we said, BA, at the top of this broadcast, this is a fierce rivalry that dates back years, and you got to pull Danny Youngs is halfway out there onto the field, and they got to get him escorted back to the sideline.
Well, you're right, Carlos. The rivalry between these two schools, I mean, it goes back to when I was a little kid. I mean, Brenham and Huntsville, I mean, just can't stand each other, and it's always a tough contest.
We had a multitude of flags come in. We're going to get the info.
On sportsmanlike conduct, number 16, Huntsville. It's a 15-yard penalty in the dead ball spot to be 3rd down. This is number 16.
It's going to be on Jaden Ricino. That's called for the unsportsmanlike conduct. That's the second unsportsmanlike that's been thrown out there by Huntsville tonight. That is going to cost them dearly. A 15-yard penalty that's going to put Huntsville back around where this drive started at the Brenham 48.
Huntsville needs a little bit of discipline. They are not showing that. I mean, that's a huge mistake right there by that young man. When you just got a huge break by mistake Brenham made.
So here we go, 3rd and 30. Here for the Hornets. 10:23 left to go here in quarter number 2. Down 21-7 are Huntsville. Mabus in the shotgun, 3 to the near side. Mabus gets the snap. He's going to need some time to load up here. Steps up in the pocket, and the pocket collapses on top of Caden Mabus. Forward progress stopped at the Huntsville 47. Bunted away to Brenham.
I mean, Mabus hits his drop step, and he doesn't even have a chance to look downfield. He's engulfed from both ends. I mean, great defense there by Brenham.
I do say there's a silver lining in everything. They're at midfield, so as long as De Leon can get a clean punt off here, he can try and pin Brenham a little further back.
Got to get the snap off.
Indeed, they do. Wilson, the deep snapper. Snap away. Cleanest one tonight. Punt away by De Leon, spiraling through the air. Takes a Brenham bounce. JP stops it at the 31. And that is where Brenham will set up shop, up 21-7, 9:27 left to go in the second. BA, let's thank more of our sponsors.
Well, we want to thank Huntsville Independent School District. It's a great day to be a Hornet. We're building champions, everyone, every day. And Moak & Moak Attorneys at Law. For your estate planning, real estate, or business law needs, call Moak & Moak Attorneys at Law, serving Huntsville since 1971. And Heritage Oak Funeral Home, where heritage meets home. Your hometown funeral home.
So the Brenham offense will trot back out there. Roland Branch will lead this offense, already up 2 scores, and a lot of the second quarter still to play, 9:27 left. They'll have 2 in the backfield with him, and a receiver to each sideline. First down and 10 from the 32 of Brenham. From right to left they go. Branch gets the snap, fake the give, throw to the right side, catch made 35-yard line. Nice open field tackle made there. The catch was made by Markel Lewis. And coming in there from the secondary, looked to be Martin Juarez to make the stop. It's only a gain of 3, 2nd and 7 coming up.
Really good coverage there by Juarez on the far side. They run a 5-yard out route. Juarez reads it perfectly, gets there just as the ball got there. Good play on defense.
2nd down and 7 here. Branch gets the snap, play fake, loads up to the left side. Chance to be picked and incomplete as Sam Kieschnick had a good read on it on that underthrown ball. Looking the way of Nate Raw once again. Kieschnick just mistimed his jump and let it slip through his hands. But either way, incomplete. 3rd down and 7 coming up for Brenham.
Yep, just misjudged his jump by a fraction, or he'd have picked that ball off. Big 3rd down coming up right here. Hornets got to get a stop.
The Hornets have yet to get Brenham off the field. They have not punted the ball once tonight. 8:54 left in quarter number 2. Brenham 21, your Hornets 7. Shotgun for Branch, 3 receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right, 1 back with him. Here's the snap. Branch with a 4-man rush, bearing down on him. He slips to the outside. No, they got Branch in the backfield. Sack at the 30-yard line. A Hartfield Flores sacking off the top of the pile comes Edwin Gittow.
What a great play there by Gittow, number 17 for the Hornets. That's a big old fella right there, too. He got back in there, dropped him for a loss. Big play. The Hornets going to get the ball back. Carlos in decent field position.
Lucenega out to punt for the first time tonight, and we're going to see who is going to head back deep for Huntsville. It'll be KJ Betts off the sideline to take this punt. Return. 8:12 left to go here in the second. Hornets down 14, 21-7 in favor of Brenham. Senega's ready to go. Play clock down to 1. Are they going to get this off here? They do. Senega nearly had it blocked. Tumbling end over end. Fair catch is called for, and that's going to take a good Brenham bounce. And keep on rolling.
Oh, man.
Inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give a call to Blue Senega with a very nice punt. And with 7:51 left to go in the second, Huntsville's offense will head back out there on the field. And the big development here, Caden Mabus is now the man at the quarterback position, trying to will this offense back after the opening drive worked to perfection, but since then it has fallen stagnant.
Well, I think we see Zay down here. Looks like he has his shoe off.
Yeah, training staff is checking on him down here to our right. So for the moment, no Zay. In steps Caden Mabus. 1st and 10 from the 17 from left to right. The Hornets go down 14. Jacavian Burks will have the handoff. Bounce it to the outside with some space with a nice stiff arm. 25 and near a 1st down. Goes Jacavian Burks. Big time tackle there for number 5, Ledrick Walker Jr. Might have saved a potential touchdown if Burks continued to get loose. It's enough for a Moak & Moak Attorneys at Law 1st down as the chains move to the 29.
Nice block by a number 76, Tate Adams. The big right guard rather, just waylays a Brenham Cub. Nice blocking by the big guys.
Pickup of 12 for Jacavian Burks. 1st and 10, Mabus with a hard count snap. Now on the second one, goes back to Burks. To the right side, trying to cut it back up over the middle. The pile trying to push him forward. Forward progress, stop. 32-yard line, pickup of 3 for Fat, and it's 2nd down and 7. $7:11 left to go here in the second. If you're just tuning in, your Huntsville Hornets with a 21-7 advantage. Caden Mabus in at quarterback. Trying to keep this train rolling here for the Hornet offense after the first down picked up earlier. Here's the snap. They go back to Jacavian. Trying to find a hole, stretching forward across the 35. Marked down at the 36. It's a solid gain. And a pickup to bring it to third down. And roughly 2 or 3 here for Huntsville.
Nice running by Jacavian Burks. Very patient. He let the play develop. Found his hole, shot through the hole, picked up about 3 yards. Nice run.
Third down and 3. 36-yard line. Hornets need the 39 to keep the drive going. Down 21-7. Mabus from the shotgun. 2 receivers left, gets the snap. Quarterback run here for Caden. They're going to stop him short, though. Stopped at the current line of scrimmage just beyond the 35. Fourth down, and the Hornets will have to punt it. Just didn't get enough space on the blocking side.
De Leon back deep. Boy, he's going to have probably the house come at him on this one, Carlos.
He's going to stand just beyond his own 20. Can't tell who that is as the jersey is scrunched up. That's back deep to receive. Snap away. De Leon gets it off. Not the best of punts. It's going to take a rough bounce right around midfield. That's where Kentre Cooper downs the football. And they'll officially spot it at the Huntsville 49. Short field here for Brenham as they get ready to trot back out onto the field.
Yeah, not the best punt in the world there. Golly Moses.
But, you got to think young kicker as well. Just a junior, didn't have a lot of experience from the previous year. Got to learn under Caleb Kulak. But obviously some things are trying to iron out at the end of the day. This is game 1 of 10. Hornets are going to be at home next Friday night, taking on A&M Consolidated. That game from Huntsville ISD Stadium, a 7 p.m. kick. We come on the air at 6:15 p.m. with the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show. Tickets online, hornetnation.info. 21-7 Brenham, 5:21 to go here in quarter number 2. And Brenham's offense back out to work. They'll go from a tight formation and spread it out. A receiver to each side, 2 in the backfield here with Branch. He gets the snap and hands it off running right. Glover slipped out of 1 tackle, but stopped only for a gain of 2 is C.J. Glover. 2nd down and 8 coming up here for Brenham.
Nice tackle by Bryson Johnson for the Hornets. Got in the backfield, drug him down from behind. Got a good, he beat the center guard. That was a nice play.
Just inside 5 minutes to play here in the second. Brenham 21, Huntsville 7. Branch will operate from the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left side, 1 to the right side, and the Hornets have 4 back in coverage, 3 up on the line. 1 in motion from the offensive line. They hand this one off. Jacoby Dixon with a lot of space. 35-30, 25-20, 15-10-5. Touchdown, Jacoby Dixon. 47 yards, and Brenham starting to pour it on here in the first half.
Delayed handoff up the middle. Dixon takes it, cuts it over the right side, goes in untouched. Mercy.
.428 left here in this second. Cubs 27, Hornets 7, pending the point after try here for Blue Sinega. Waiting for the snap. Gets it. Sinega's kick through the uprights and good. Brenham 28, Huntsville 7. Hornets have got to find some offense before they head to the locker room. With only 4:28 left to go here in the second, we'll bring you back here to Brenham after this 30-second break on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
This is Kevin with Beckham & Jones Heating and Air Conditioning. It's that time again. The heat of summer is just around the corner. Don't get caught on the weekend or at night and find out that your air conditioner is on the fritz. Call Beckham & Jones today at 936-295-9173 and schedule your planned maintenance inspection with our trained technicians. But if you do have an after-hours problem, we have 24-hour emergency service to get you cool again. Maintenance agreements, trained technicians, and 24-hour emergency service. Now that's Beckham & Jones.
License number 2607. 9C.
Cubs 28, Huntsville 7, 4:28 left to go here in this second quarter. Live in Brenham, Texas at Cub Stadium. Carlos Zimmermann alongside Brian Adams and John Clendenin. We'll go to John here in a moment after the kickoff. So he's got some words for us down on the sideline. He'll talk with head coach Todd Mabus going into the locker room as well before we head into the Northside Baptist Church halftime report. So stay tuned for that as we wind things down here. Huntsville started out hot with a quick touchdown drive, methodical as well, but it has been all Brenham since. Pooch kick to the left side, taken by Huntsville at the 20. That's KJ Betts or rather Landon Fisher that takes it to the 30-yard line. Over to John. John, what you got?
The Hornets right now playing without their defensive quarterback as Caden Mabus had to flip over to offense. And right there, or Caden Mabus, excuse me, right there would have been able to get the guys lined up correctly to stop Jacoby Dixon. Meanwhile, update on Zay Adolph, trying to get him ready to play. He's nursing some kind of lower body thing, but he's icing it, trying to work it out every few minutes, trying to get running, trying to put pressure on it. So he's going to try to make it back into this game.
Hope to see him in the second half coming out of the locker room with an extended break there. Coming up at halftime. 4:23 to go, second quarter, Brenham 28, Huntsville 7. Caden Mabus alone in the backfield with a 5 wide out set, 2 left, 3 right. Mabus, screen pass right side, caught Landon Fisher. Across the 30, takes a pop at the 34, and that is where forward progress is stopped. Fisher able to pick up 4 for 2nd and 6.
Not a bad play, really. Caden Mabus set it up really nicely. Gave the lineman a chance to get out in front of the receiver. They executed it, just didn't quite pick up the yards they were looking for.
2nd down and 6 coming up here for the Huntsville green and white. After that 4-yard pickup by Fish. Inside 4 to play, 28-7 Brenham. Shotgun here for Mabus, trips left, 1 to the right side. That's Mills one-on-one on the near side. Mabus with some time here. He'll load up, firing to the near side. Looking for Mills. He's got him. 40-yard line in Brenham territory before he is wrestled down. And that's enough for a Mocha Attorneys at Law first down. Nice pass by Mabus, and Mills came back and got it.
He really did. Mabus just threw it right to the out-of-bounds mark, and it looked like Mills just came back. The defender he had beaten. Great play, big first down Hornets.
Picks up about 26 on that catch there, Jamarian Mills. Into Brenham territory just like that. They officially spotted at the 41, so give him 25. Mabus in the gun. One back with him is Burks. Mabus claps, gets the snap, handed off to Jacavian. Runs it up the middle, trucking through a couple would-be defenders. Beautiful, tough running there by Jacavian Burks. Takes it down, forward progress stopped at the 33. He gets 8 for 2nd and 2.
Great run on the right side. He goes inside the guard spot and takes a couple of defenders with him. That was a great run there by Burks.
Closing in on 3 minutes to play. Mabus sees the urgency. They will go back to Jacavian, trying to cut it back over the middle, trying to stretch that body forward, and looks like he's got enough. Near sideline, Judge marks him at the 31. That will move the chains for another Mocha Attorneys at Law first down. A tough 3-yard run there for Jacavian Burks.
Mabus has a great drive working right here. Just 3 to 4 yards at a time. Just keep moving the sticks. There you go.
Mabus getting the play calls here from the sideline. Obviously thrust into action due to the injury to Adolph. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side, that's Betts. Burks now to the right hip of Mabus. Play clock down to 1, got to get this off, he does. Blitz coming, Burks pops the would-be blitzer, throws to the left side. KJ Betts comes back and gets it. 5-yard line, 28-yard pickup, 1st and goal Hornets.
Great pass, great catch on the far side. Betts makes a comeback. Pass is right there, huge first down in the red zone are your Hornets.
28 yards to the arms of KJ Betts. 2-minute timeout looming. Hornets want to get a playoff, though. 1st and goal at the 5. Mabus claps, gets a snap, bobbled it, though. Trying to scoop it up. He will just wisely land on top of the football. It's going to be a loss of about 4 or 5 on the play. And that will take us to the 2-minute timeout. 28-7 in favor of Brenham, but Huntsville, halftime looming, has an opportunity to cash in for points that they have not seen since the opening drive. Bring you the final 2 minutes of the second after this on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. We're back in 30 seconds.
Hey Huntsville, it's Cicely with Heartfields. Can you believe it's already back to school time? We are stocked and ready for you to send flowers to your favorite teacher. We have a $15 special going on now for back to school, and you get to choose between a plant or fresh flowers. For more details, give us a call at 295-5448. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram, or visit our website at huntsvilleheartfieldflorist.com. And if you're in the neighborhood, we'd love for you to stop by the shop at 1525 Sam Houston Avenue. So this fall and always, remember Heartfields, personalizing your events since 1957.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes to go. Second quarter of play. Brenham 28, Huntsville 7 here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Hornets opened up with a 52-yard touchdown drive to go up 7-0. Brenham has scored 28 unanswered since, but Huntsville has a chance to put that notion to rest. After the bobbled snap by Caden Mabus, it brings up second and goal at the 10 here for the green and white. Burks in the backfield and a receiver to each side. Betts left, Mills right. Mabus gets a clean snap, fakes the handoff, throws to the right side, looking for Jamarian Mills. Incomplete. Good coverage on the back end there by Brenham as Mills nearly came back and got it. Ledrick Walker Jr., he's been all over the field tonight. Knocks it away from Mills, and it's third and goal.
That was great defense there by Brenham. Mills is lined up on the near side. He runs a comeback route, and as soon as he made his turn to come back towards the quarterback, the ball was there. But great defense, batted it away.
Third and goal from the 10 here for Caden Mabus in the offense. Had Caden on Monday night at the Hornet Nation Coaches Show. We briefly talked about quarterback reps. Well, now he's putting it into practice. Need the end zone here. Mabus claps, gets the snap. A little high one. Now going back to Mills to the right side. Intercepted in the end zone. Slightly underthrown. Ends up in the midst of Traylon Kelly. And the Hornets come up empty.
Boy, that's a tough pass to ask somebody who hadn't played quarterback in game situation in a long time to throw that fade route in the corner of the end zone. You've got to get height on it. You got to allow your receiver to jump up and grab it. Didn't happen. The defender beat him to the punch. Turnover, Brenham's football.
And Brenham will have the ball with 1:49 left to go here in the second quarter, up 28-7. Believe Brenham should still have 2 timeouts. Scoreboard doesn't reflect that, but each team with 2 timeouts remaining. Northside Baptist Church halftime report coming up. We'll break down this first half of play. We'll have a halftime Hornets Nest from our friend Shannon Hollis at Huntsville ISD and plenty more on the Northside Baptist Church halftime report. Branch out there at quarterback. First and 10 at the 25. Hands it off Dixon. Running to the right side. Trying to bounce it out wide. He's got some space across the 30 to the 35. Bouncing off would-be Hornet tacklers. And knocked out of bounds around the 37-yard line. Picks up 17. Just Jacoby Dixon for a first down for Brenham.
Well, the Oklahoma commit takes the ball around to the right side. Picks up big yardage. Another set of fresh downs for Brenham.
And the thing for Dixon, he got out of bounds and stopped the clock. Only took 10 seconds to make that play. 1:39 left, 28-7 Brenham. Branch from the shotgun gets the snap. First and 10, 37-yard line. Feels the pressure coming, and they will swallow him up in the backfield. Jamondre Mason and Ahauvine were able to get some pressure there on Branch to bring up a Hartfield Flores sack and a loss back to the 31.
Nice play by the secondary for the Hornets. That time they had all the receivers covered. Branch had nowhere to go. Pocket collapse. Good play by the defense.
Branch wants to hurry up. He throws a screen pass here to the near side. It is caught by Glover. Trying to get off his tacklers here, and Glover out of bounds around the Hornet 45-yard line. The Hornets were really slow up there to the line of scrimmage. We do have a flag, a pair of them, back here at the 40 on the Hornet sideline. Curious what this will be.
Well, I think side judge indicated possible holding, but we'll see in a minute.
Hornets may have caught a break here. We're going to find out from our white hat.
Holding, offense number 17. 10-yard penalty for the spot foul. Replay, second down.
That'll be on Nate Raw. Man had the first touchdown of the night for Brenham. Called for the hold, and that will back Brenham even further.
Well, it's interesting when the wide receiver being thrown to is holding the defender.
So second and long here, 16 yards. Erases a first down. With 1:06 left to go here in the second, Brenham up 28-7. Branch in the gun, 2 receivers to each sideline. Branch looks to his right, now comes set. Gets the snap, 4-step drop back. Pressure bearing down on him, though. Branch slips out of it, though, with a nice spin move. Now in further trouble, and he will throw it away out of bounds. Bringing the heat that time for your Hornets. Bryson Johnson, the sophomore linebacker. And it is third down and long to go here for Brenham with 57 ticks left in the second.
I tell you what, Bryson Johnson, number 27 for the Hornets, I mean, he came flying through that O-line and made Branch throw the ball before he wanted to, but what a great play. That young man has got some great defensive instincts.
John Clendenin down there on the sideline was signaling intentional grounding and potentially could have been.
Intentional grounding, offense number 7. Ball's placed at the spot of the foul. Ball's it down. Third down.
So keep backing up Brenham, as intentional grounding was the call there on Roland Branch. Lose the down, and so it is third and Navasota to go here for the Cubs at the 16. They would need the 47 to move the sticks. That was 31 yards. So third and 31 here for the Cubs.
You got the Hornets. They're in a cover 2. This means you got 2 deep safeties. Don't allow those wideouts to get behind you.
It's Jaden Bennett that's going to be back there along with Jahaz Pryor. Going to a 6 DBs that are going to be lined up back here with only 4 coming. And the leading linebacker, Jeremiah Peterson, and obviously have to make that adjustment.
A 10-second runoff. Please set the game clock to 47 seconds. Clock will start on my signal.
So, yeah, and because of the penalty occurring inside 2 minutes, it is a 10-second runoff. And a long way to go here for Brenham. Huntsville just trying to manage here and go to the locker room down 3 scores. Branch gets the shotgun snap. Hand it off Dixon. And they will, still on his feet is Dixon, down to the 28-yard line up the far side. Picks up about 12. They'll bring up fourth down for Brenham, and the Hornets. Looks like they've called a timeout.
27 seconds left in the first half.
That's a University Heights Baptist Church timeout. We'll keep it right here as John's going to be getting ready to meet with Coach Mabus. Get his thoughts on what started out to be a really good ball game for the Hornets, but has started to slip away, but still with a second half of ball to be played and hoping you can get your star quarterback back out there for the second half. A lot can still change in this ball game here after halftime, so Hornet Nation, hang in there. This ball game is not over. 27 ticks left in the second. Brenham 28, Huntsville 7. As it looks like Brenham will be getting ready to punt it back to Huntsville. Extended timeout here as Hornets and Scott Stewart in there trying to bark out instructions. Senega gets ready to punt.
Hopefully the Hornet defense can get some pressure on Brenham's punter, force a bad punt, hopefully get good field position, because about the time they get a chance to run an offensive play, there'll be about 20 seconds left.
KJ's a good returner, too. Don't count him out if he's able to take an opportunity. Senega to punt. Gets it off. Not the best punt, but it will take a good tumble.
Boy, they're getting some hometown bounces on these punts.
Ain't that the truth? They will down it at the 37-yard line. 14 seconds left here in the second. Hornets would need to go 63 yards to try and put a touchdown on the board in 14 seconds. That would be obviously a tough challenge, but halftime almost here. They'll have a chance to reset and try to get things righted. Brenham is going to have the ball to start the second half as they deferred before we went going.
Well, the Hornets, if they choose, they'll have 2 or 3 plays left in this first half. But you're right, Carlos. They need to go back in, sit down with their position coaches, talk about, what they need to do to fix the things that didn't go well in the first half, come back out, second half, brand new half.
Mavis gets the snap. They'll go conservative. Hand it off Ja'Kavian Burks. Stretch it forward to the 39-yard line, and that will be the last play of this first half. So a tough first half, to say the least, here for your Hornets. They're down 28-7 as we close out this second quarter. John Clendenin is going to be standing by, waiting for Todd Mavis. Get his thoughts here before they head to the locker room.
Hopefully we can get some word on Zay Adolph after halftime. Check on as he eases off into the locker room there.
There's John Baton Mavis. John, take it away.
Coach, y'all had a very good start to this game. We're able to move the ball. What do y'all need to do to be able to recapture that kind of offensive momentum in the second half?
Gotta get those in. So we obviously have to make and, go back to winning the line of scrimmage. And, we've done some good things, since then, just haven't been
Started to be able to get pressure on the Brenham quarterback. Y'all were able to force a couple of fourth downs. What's the key to getting off the field in the second half?
Yeah, we just got to obviously win on first down and be able to get them in position, where they spread it out. We have a chance to be able to bring pressure. We've, had some guys in position to make plays. We just got to go make some adjustments. We got some young guys. They've got some experiences. First half, we'll come out and play a better second half.
Coach, what's the message here at halftime to your team?
Settle down. It's a 48-minute football game. That was the first half. That's not our defining moment of the season. It's got to settle down, make some adjustments. It's a good football game.
Thank you, Coach.
That's John Clendenin there with Todd Mavis as they head to the locker room. Hornets down 28-7 as we get ready for the Northside Baptist Church halftime report. Comes your way next after this on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
This is B.J. McMichael, Minister of Students and Outreach here at University Heights Baptist Church and a proud 1993 Hornet graduate. At UHBC, we believe that Sunday is game day for your faith, and we start at 8 a.m. with our traditional worship, and then at 9:30 and 11, you have options. Huddle up in a small group or attend one of our contemporary worship services. 2 time slots with 2 great options. Don't forget about Wednesday nights, 6 and 7:30, Bible studies and programming for every age and stage. And if you already don't have a church home, please check us out at uhbc.net and find ways to add church to your weekly game plan. We'll save you a seat. Sting 'em Hornets.
Hi, I'm Michael Murray with Murray Insurance and Financial Services. Our family agency has been representing the Huntsville and Walker County area since the 1930s. We can help you prepare for your future with your financial planning needs, along with the unexpected with life, health, long-term care, and disability insurance needs. Please give us a call at 1-800-695-LIFE. Our email is mike@murrayservices.net.
Got a tree problem? Woods Tree Service has the solution, and the number to remember is 936-661-8180. Need tree trimming? 661-8180. A tree that's got to come down? 661-8180. Need that stump out of your yard? 661-8180. Woods Tree Service is our region's most trusted tree experts, and we are ready to serve you. Call 936-661-8180. That's 661-8180. Woods Tree Service.
Proud supporter of Huntsville High School, Danny Doherty State Farm in Huntsville covers all your business, auto, home, life, and renter's insurance needs. Call or stop by the office and get a quote today. They will find the right policy to fit your needs. Call Danny Doherty State Farm Insurance at 936-295-2067. That's 936-295-2067. Or visit them at 2914 Montgomery Road in Huntsville.
Let's go to Double Dave's, Double Dave. When you need a break, they got the right food, and it's a really great place.
Hi there, Huntsville. Did you know that Double Dave's has the largest delivery area in the city? Hot, fresh pizza, pepperoni, stromboli, and our salads made daily can be delivered right to your door. And for those outside of our delivery area, we have a delivery hub near you. Call today, 936-291-3283, and get it to you today.
Let's go to Double Dave's, Double Dave. They got the pizza with that fresh made taste to put a smile on your face. Let's go to Double Dave's.
Nothing costs your business more than downtime. A forklift without fuel, a kitchen that can't cook, or equipment sitting idle. With Nelson Propane's automatic delivery and remote tank monitoring, we'll know your tank level before it becomes a problem. No guessing, no unnecessary interruptions, just dependable propane service from a local company that's been keeping East Texas businesses moving for decades. Call Nelson Propane today at 800-234-9052. Nelson Propane, your hometown propane provider.
Thousands of listeners are tuning in to the game right here on the air and on our mobile app all over Texas. That's a big audience for your message and a big win for our student athletes. When you sponsor local sports coverage, you're not just reaching customers, you're supporting and encouraging your local students. Local business, local sports, a local audience that's listening. To advertise, call 936-295-2651. That's 936-295-2651.
Get ready, East Texas. Record heat is predicted this year. Ensure your air conditioning is ready. Schedule a 12-point AC system tune-up with McWilliams Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing before the busy season hits by calling 936-209-1844 or visit callmcwilliams.com to schedule and learn more about saving on home comfort, plumbing, and generators. Don't wait. Call us at 936-209-1844.
We're not comfortable until you are.
Hey folks, Clint Mack here with Weezer in Huntsville. Football season is here, and we've got a starting lineup of used cars and trucks and SUVs ready to hit the road. We have Chevys, Fords, GMCs, Toyotas, and a lot more. We've got all makes and models on the field. Looking to trade? Bring us your current ride, and let's see if we can put together a winning deal. So don't get caught on the sidelines. Make your moves today and drive one home. Come see our team at Weezer in Huntsville or visit us online at WeezerHuntsville.com.
This is the Huntsville Hornets High School Football Halftime Report, sponsored by Northside Baptist Church. Here's Carlos Zimmermann, Brian Adams, and John Clendenin.
Welcome you back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Cub Stadium in Brenham. Here's your score at halftime. 28-7 in favor of the Brenham Cubs right now, as the Hornets got out to an early jump, but then saw that evaporate in a hurry. 28 unanswered points there by Brenham BA. Just some miscues for Huntsville causing that, but also just the offense not getting any juice, and obviously not having Zay Adolph out there and his explosiveness plays a part in that. But Caden Mabus showed that he can really move the ball down the field as well. Just some thoughts on this first half.
Well, it certainly wasn't the first half the Hornets wanted. I think they can look at just about everything, offense, defense, special teams. I think, but again, it's the first game of the season. But with such a matchup with Brenham, I mean, you want to come in there banging, no mistakes, and that kind of thing. So they got their work cut out for them. It's unfortunate that Zay came out in the first half. But as you said, Caden Mabus came in and has done a really pretty decent job. I think defensively, their best defensive stance was the last offensive series for Brenham. The Hornets came in, they had some blitz packages, they were able to stop them, they forced them to punt, and if they can duplicate that in the second half, I think we'll see a completely different third and fourth quarter.
I mean, what impressed you from the wideouts, making some plays in that first half? Landon Fisher, KJ Betts, Ty Harrison, Jamarian Mills making some nice catches. A very solid core of wide receivers that made some good plays in the first half of play.
They really did. You talk about Mills, for example, and Betts too, for that matter. Those guys they were running, looked like go routes, and the ball was a little thrown behind them, but they were able to stop, come back to the ball, receive it, catch it, and they've done that a couple of times. So those guys have done some pretty good plays out there as wideouts. You just need more balls.
You talk about Caden Mabus having to be thrown in there. He hadn't thrown a pass since his sophomore season at Lockhart. Comes over last year, plays strictly on defense with having a quarterback already here, but then Zay goes out. He's thrust back into action here in this senior season for him. What's going on through his mind right now is he's just trying to adjust, to say the least.
Well, you think about this. Every team has backups, and quarterbacks is no different. They're going to have 2 or 3 backups. And those guys, they get reps during practice. They don't get near the reps the starters get. So, yet you still get enough reps in case something happens where you got to go in, as what happened tonight. And I think Mabus has done a pretty good job of that, considering the fact he hadn't played quarterback for Huntsville in the game. ever. So I think, as that being said, settle down, as Coach Mabus talked about at halftime, regroup, come up with some different schemes, and come out and fight in the second half.
As the Huntsville Hornet Military Marching Band plays down below us for the fans in the stands here in Brenham. Talking here with Brian Adams here on the Northside Baptist Church halftime report. BA talked about the secondary in the open of this broadcast and how it's a very young secondary. Only Caden was the only one returning, and now he's out of the picture because he's having to play offense, and they have to have him ready for offense. So now you're having a whole different look in the secondary, a lot of different things they're having to look at. Your thoughts on that last line of defense?
Well, you know what? It's unfortunate now because you're right. Mabus was the captain of the secondary. Now he's the captain of the offense. So who's going to step up and be captain of the defense? I'm not sure. We're going to find out here in the second half. But defensively, they need to get more aggressive. They've got to put the pressure on the quarterback. And if they can, if they can succeed in doing that, they'll have a chance in this ballgame. If they cannot, it's going to be a tough second half.
You saw it at the back end of that second half, being able to get those 2 sacks on the Brenham quarterback in Roland Branch. So they're starting to click there on that front. And again, like you said earlier, this is game 1 of 10. This is a tough matchup here for Huntsville. Brenham, number 10, ranked in the state in 5A Division II for a reason. They're projected to go deep. You have A&M Consolidated coming up next week. They are ranked on the 5A Division I side. Then you have a long trip out to the Hill Country in Lake Belton the week after that. This is not an easy non-district slate in front of Huntsville with district play. You have your Montgomerys and Lake Creeks of the world, but there's a long season still in front. There's a lot they can fix. Obviously, you'd love to see it happen here in the second half and be able to mount this comeback, but if it doesn't happen, not all hope is lost. You have 9 games still in front of you.
That's right. And you said it very eloquently. This is a very tough district. Make no mistake about it. There is not one team that you could slack off on because they'll beat you. And when you got these ranked teams like this, you've got to come out and play flawless football, and that hasn't happened yet. So if they can get it fixed at halftime and the third, fourth quarter roll around, we'll see a different football game.
Absolutely. We're going to step aside and take a commercial break here on the Northside Baptist Church halftime report. Coming up next, Hornets Nest with our good friend Shannon Hollis from Huntsville ISD here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network live in Brenham.
Stop any of the guys coming off the field at halftime, and most would tell you they need the rest. There's been a lot of helmet clashing and pad slapping in the first half. They need to rest and recuperate for the second half. We all need rest from the bruises and hard knocks that life can sometimes deliver. I want to suggest you come out to Northside this Sunday. Take a break from the playing field of life. Rest, recuperate, clear your mind. Make a plan for the new week ahead. I'm Reagan Cooksey, pastor of Northside Baptist Church. Are you listening?
It's time to stir up the Hornets' Nest. Brought to you by Wiesner of Huntsville. Here's Shannon Hollis.
Happy Friday Night Lights, Hornet Nation fans. We appreciate you tuning in and listening to the broadcast of tonight's Hornet football game here on KSAM. Here's what's buzzing this week. Can you believe August just flew right by and September will be here next week? We've had a wonderful start to this new school year and we're looking for excited things ahead. If you haven't already registered your child for school in Huntsville ISD, we welcome you and your family to Hornet Nation. We continue to enroll new students daily at all of our campuses. All registration is done online using the Skyward Family Access Center parent portal. If you're ready to enroll your child, but you don't have a parent portal, just log in and create one. Everything you need to access Skyward and register your child for school can be found on the district website. If you're enrolling a new pre-K through 5th grade student and you have questions or need any assistance, please contact the child's zoned or assigned campus. And don't miss the bus. Remember, if your child needs to ride the bus at any point this school year, they must be registered and approved to ride first. Bus registration is also found in the Skyward Family Access Center parent portal. Just look for the bus registration icon. If you have any questions about bus registration, please contact Huntsville ISD's Transportation Department. Hornet Homecoming is right around the corner. The game is scheduled for Friday, September the 25th, and we can't wait wait to see everyone come home to Huntsville ISD Stadium to help us pack the stands. The parade is scheduled for Wednesday, September the 23rd at 6 p.m., and the homecoming dance will be on Saturday, September the 26th. So put it on your calendars and come line the streets of Huntsville to support our Hornets and Homecoming 2026. Safety and security will always be our top priority in HISD. As we begin this new school year, safety drills across the district also begin. To help keep our students and staff prepared, all campuses regularly practice a variety of emergency and safety drills in alignment with our standard response protocol. Hold, secure, lockdown, evacuate, and shelter are terms that we use frequently. We encourage families to review these standard response protocols together so that everyone not only understands the terms, but also the proper procedures to follow for each one. Parents and visitors should always check in at the front office or kiosk when visiting any of our campuses or facilities. We encourage volunteers throughout the district. If you'd like to volunteer, visit the district website for the registration process. Speaking of volunteering in Huntsville ISD, our community-powered Partners in Literacy, A Time to Read, will be hosting their gathering, A Time to Read's annual back-to-school volunteer training event. It will be held this coming Monday night, August the 31st, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. The event on Monday is your one-stop shop for not only dinner, but orientation and training if you'd like to join their volunteer force to help work with our second grade literacy program. If you would like to become a volunteer with A Time to Read and help our students 1 hour a week, then register for their event today. The process is simple, it's fun, it makes a difference. Sign up at atimetoread.org/training. That's aTime2read.org/training. Save a child, save a family, save a city. And here are a few dates to note. Monday, September the 7th will be a district holiday for the Labor Day holiday. All campuses and facilities will be closed on Monday, September the 7th. So parents should please make alternative arrangements for any needed childcare due to this closure. Huntsville High School will also host an open house on Monday, September the 14th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. All parents and students are invited to attend. It's a great day to be a Hornet. We build champions, everyone, every day.
Stop any of the guys coming off the field at halftime, and most would tell you they need the rest. There's been a lot of helmet clashing and pad slapping in the first half. They need to rest and recuperate for the second half. We all need rest from the bruises and hard knocks that life can sometimes deliver. I want to suggest you come out to Northside this Sunday. Take a break from the playing field of life. Rest, recuperate, clear your mind. Make a plan for the new week ahead. I'm Reagan Cooksey, pastor of Northside Baptist Church. Are you listening?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here this evening in Brenham, Texas on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Brenham leads here on the Northside Baptist Church halftime report. 28-7 is our score. Joining us here, our special guest in the booth, good friend of ours, my fellow voice of the Hornets. I have to stress that when I'm around him. Mr. Tony Kulak joining us here tonight. Tony, how are you, sir?
Still catching my breath from making the run all the way over from the press box on the other side during the halftime announcement.
I didn't tell you to run.
Well, I didn't run, but it was a pretty good pace, and then I think it's the stairs get back up.
Oh yes,
get you every time.
Oh yes, absolutely. Tony, you're the in-house voice of the Hornets, and get to enjoy a lot of good nights. This is your first little bit of football action. I know you had the sub-varsity game yesterday, but that got canceled.
Yeah, it got canceled, and we waited maybe about 2.5 hours, and they finally said, yeah, we're just not going to get it in, and so everybody went home and nobody was happy.
So you'll get to enjoy some next week, I'm certain,
we will.
With the home opener. Just I wanted to ask you just right out of the gate, empty nester, man. You got Laney at Sam Houston, Caleb at Texas State, and then of course Anthony at Sam Houston too. So just talk about it, getting to see the kids and send them off to college.
Yeah, we got them all moved out. That was all in one fell swoop. We had Laney on Thursday of move-in weekend and got her moved in, and then all of a sudden had to head to San Marcos the very next day to get Caleb moved in. Headed right back because Anthony was switching apartments, so he was at home for about 2 or 3 weeks. And so headed back home, and then Saturday moved him into his apartment. So it was a crazy busy 3 days for us. But it's been interesting. We're still pretty busy without all the kids at home. And so I don't think we've really truly experienced the empty nest syndrome just yet. And especially with football kicking up, we'll be busy with that. And Anthony being in the Bearcat Marching Band. we'll be watching the Bearcats, all the home games there and stuff. And so I don't think we're going to be bored too much because we'll still be going out to Hornet volleyball games, Bearcat volleyball games, and so we'll keep busy.
Oh yeah, you'll always find ways to keep busy, you and Michelle. Talking with Tony Kulak here on the Northside Baptist Halftime Report. I mean, we'll just talk about the game here for a second.
Yeah.
I mean, Hornets jump out of the gate pretty quick with that good return from Landon Fisher and then the touchdown, but then from there, Brenham had just handled it from there. Just what does Huntsville got to do from your perspective? And you've seen a lot of football over the years, a lot of Hornet football at that.
I think, and it's always tough when you're starting, when you look at the schedule and you see Brenham followed by A&M Consolidated, two traditional powerhouse football, high school football programs, and so it is going to be tough. And we have a lot of guys in brand new spots, guys having to step up who were maybe in the backup role or were on JV last year. And so I think right now it's just getting the guys out there some more, getting them more reps, getting them comfortable, getting them confident. It's like, hey, when you make a good play, let's celebrate that good play, and if you mess up, let's look at what you did and let's fix it, because we've got a good non-district schedule to 4 games to get it ready for district, and we have a chance to win district this year. I still believe. Montgomery looks very strong because they got that stud running back, coming back for his senior year, and so they are going to be tough. But we should be good to go, and hopefully, if things go well, that last game in Montgomery, that last Thursday night, we'll be playing for a district title, and that leave everything on the table there on the field.
Absolutely. I mean, like I said earlier with Brian during our breakdown of the first half, that was half one of the season.
Yeah. There's
9 games left to go. At the end of the day, this game does not matter to your shot to the playoffs.
Correct.
Obviously, you want to go out there and you want to win.
Well, ranking, high school football rankings mean absolutely nothing. It's how you do in district, and then you get to the playoffs, and everything gets settled on the field. So we're in good shape. It's fine. Just let's try and stay healthy. I know Zay's on the sideline right now, but hopefully that's not too bad, because we definitely could use him. Caden Mavis actually has looked, somewhat, has surprised me about how good he looked and stuff. I threw the interception and everything, but anytime you're the backup quarterback and getting the throwing in there against a tough team like Brenham, it's going to be tough. And so.
And, you look at this tonight, it's an opportunity for Huntsville to just try and fix things here in the second half, try to mount the comeback. If you can't mount the comeback, at least finish strong and get ready for the home opener coming up next week.
Make things respectable. Get out there, make some plays. Let's get some momentum going into the next week, and that way Coach Mavis can get the guys back in the clubhouse or the field house tomorrow and make some adjustments, show them some things that we did well, some things that we need to work on, and then we work on that this next week and get better.
Talking with Tony Kulak here. I called him here right before you brought him on, my fellow voice of the Hornets. I think a good friend of mine put it best. I'm the traveling voice of the Hornets.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
You're the home voice of the Hornets. So we just get to share that, moniker together. And, you get to do the sub-varsity games, the varsity games, of course. It's the voice that, the fans get to hear in-house next week. Some things you're excited about to jump back into the booth. This is going to be your 11th?
10th year.
10th year as the PA voice for the Hornets.
Yeah, which is crazy. It's that really hadn't seemed that long. And so I was looking at it date-wise, and Facebook memories came up and stuff, and I was like, wait a second, that's year 10? Holy moly. I was like, that's weird. Just really weird to think about that. Just all the guys that I've announced in the past that have, are playing at the next level now. Devondre Sweat, it's like, hey, got
the next level.
Yeah, that's the next level and stuff. And so Bryson Hayes, who got a lot of good years at Sam Houston State, in that bowl game over in New Orleans, he got that interception and returned it for a touchdown. And I was like, hey, and I taught him in 5th grade. I was like, so I was rooting hard for him on that one. So it's been a fun ride, and I hope it goes for another 10 or more years. It's been a lot. It's been a joy, especially my story of growing up. And, I graduated from Huntsville High School. I wanted to play football for the Hornets, and it just didn't work out. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But now getting to announce for them, that's pretty special. Just getting to be a part of Texas high school football in some kind of way, and it's always special to do that.
And you'll get to hear Tony's voice next Friday night from Huntsville ISD Stadium when the Hornets battle A&M Consolidated. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tony, there's no one I'd like to share a window with at the Huntsville ISD Stadium more. We appreciate you jumping on with us here at the halftime show. And enjoy the second half, and safe travels home, my friend.
Will do. You too.
We'll see you next week. All right, we'll step aside and take one more break. We'll look at some scores around Texas high school football to wrap up the Northside Baptist Halftime Report after this on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Hi,
I'm Reagan Cooksey, and I have a thought I want to share with you. Are you listening? I saw a t-shirt that had a statement printed on it. Everyone you meet is fighting something. There's an attitude of gloom that exists in our society. There are all kinds of conferences and medications that one can attend or swallow designed to get you through the day. Sometimes pastors are among the worst. There's the idea out there that pastoring is such a difficult task. Well, friends, I, for one, am having the time of my life. It really doesn't matter what you do, from a preacher, skilled laborer, a CEO, or a mom at home. Life does not have to be so gloomy. So don't let life get you down. Trust your life to Jesus, get into the Bible, and live happily ever after until Jesus comes. I'm Reagan Cooksey, pastor of Northside Baptist Church. Are you listening? Northside Baptist Church is located at 1207 FM 980 in Huntsville, Texas. Check us out on the web at nbchuntsville.com. Northside Baptist Church, going people in Christ to reach others for Christ.
Winding down the Northside Baptist Church halftime report as we take you around Texas high school football across the Southeast Texas region. Scores from last night: Porter defeated Galena Park 36-26. Montgomery knocked off New Caney 23-20. Scores around Huntsville's district: Cleveland is beating down Springwood. Springwood's just put up a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, but it is 26-11 Indians in that ball game in Cleveland. Got quite the offensive onslaught in Montgomery as Lake Creek leads Bastrop at halftime 35-27. Goose Creek Memorial and Kingwood Park just starting the second quarter. It's a 7-6 lead for GCM over Kingwood Park. Of course, our game here 28-7 in favor of Brenham. New Caney West Fork leads A-Leaf Elksick. They're closing in on halftime. 6 ticks left. 7-3 lead for West Fork. That's a look at the teams in Huntsville's district. Around the region in southeast Texas, across the Piney Woods, Madisonville is down to Needville 14-7. They're getting ready to go to the fourth quarter in that contest. Looking elsewhere, Trinity is down to Jewett-Leon 27-19. Lovelady leads Anderson Shiro 16-0. 5:48 left to go in the second. And New Waverly is bringing it to Cleveland Tarkington 35-7 is the score there. One more that we need to check in are the Willis Wildcats. They lead Magnolia at halftime 17-0. That is the scores across southeast Texas right now. All right. Northside Baptist Church halftime report winding to a finish. The Hornets are back out there on the field warming up, as are the Cubs. The Cubs are going to have the ball first to start the second half of play. Hornets down 28-7, trying to mount the comeback coming up here in half number 2. That's the Northside Baptist Church halftime report. We're going to pause 10 seconds for station identification, take a 90-second commercial break, and then bring you back for the second half of play here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network live in Brenham.
This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Huntsville, 101.7 KSAM, Stingham Hornets. This has been the Northside Baptist Church Huntsville Hornets halftime report. Stay tuned for more Huntsville High School football on KSAM.
Your brand is your business. Shop local with Advantage Specialties, where you will get service with a personal touch. Hello, I'm Stephanie Pitts, owner and operator of Advantage Specialties. Advantage Specialties offers screen printing and embroidery on site. Let Advantage Specialties get you ready for your next event with cups, apparel, caps, pins, and everything else you could need. Go to AdvantageSpecialties.com or call our team at 936-291-3222 to start that order now. Stingham Hornets.
Hey folks, Clint Mack here with Wiesner in Huntsville. Football season is back and we're kicking things off with a big win on Chevy Silverado right now. Well-qualified buyers can get 0% for 5 years, plus no payment for up to 90 days when you finance with GM Financial. If you need an SUV to haul the family around to the game for tailgating, we have a full inventory of Suburbans, Tahoes, Traverses, Traxxas. That's a deal we're cheering for. So before the next kickoff, come see us at Wiesner in Huntsville or visit us online at WiesnerHuntsville.com and find your new Chevy Silverado. Together, let's drive.
Where there's a will, there's a way, as the saying goes. But where there's no will, there's absolutely no way your last wishes will be known. You need to get serious about your estate and call Sam Moak at Moak & Moak to get your estate, will, and other documents updated now. Without a will and proper estate plan, the government decides with probate. You've put it off long enough. Sam A. Moak's practice is focused on estate planning, probate, elder law, real estate, and transactional law. Practical wisdom, trusted advice, and personal service. Moak and Moak, attorneys at law.
Kick off football season with the ultimate home field advantage. August is the season to save at Clayton Homes of Huntsville. Make the winning play on your new home this month and score big. Buy your home between August 1st and August 31st, and they will throw in a dirt pad to get your home game ready. Don't wait. This offer ends August 31st. Visit ClaytonHomesOfHuntsville.com or call 936-730-8849 today. Must close by August 31st. 936-730-8849.
Back here in the Pride Land Cub Stadium in Brenham. Cubs leading 28-7 over your Hornets as we get ready to start this third quarter. Live from the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth with Brian Adams and John Clendenin. I'm Carlos Zimmermann, the green and white. Ready to get back out there on the field. It'll be the defense that takes the field first. As the Hornets, they have quite the mountain to climb here, BA, down 3 scores in this season opener.
Yeah, they really do, and hopefully come out here in the second half. They've had a chance to visit with the coaching staff, their position coaches, made adjustments and things like that, and hopefully come out with a huge defensive stop right out of the gate to start this third quarter, get the ball back into Caden Mavis's hands, and hopefully put some points on the board.
Let's go to John Clendenin down on the field. He's got a report, John.
Yeah, Carlos, just going to confirm Zay Adolph not going to be in for the remainder of this game. Mavis is off run. If you're Huntsville, you have to like what you've seen with the senior stepping back in after 2 years off, not playing quarterback, being able to push the ball and had some big explosive pass plays. It's going to be really interesting to see what the Hornets decide to do offensively here in the second half.
So there you have it. Zay Adolph out for the remainder of this ball game. So the quarterback will be Caden Mavis the rest of the way. Tough to see that. Just the star junior quarterback who was highly praised through these first 2 years of ball, but we won't see him the rest of tonight. Hope to see him back out there next week against A&M Consolidated as Jonathan DeLeon gets ready to boot it back to Brenham to start this third quarter of play here this evening.
You know, one of the things, Carlos, that the Hornets have to do here in the second half is on special teams, they've got to play better. And here is an opportunity to turn it around right here.
DeLeon ready to kick it away. They'll send it deep. Short kick taken 15-yard line across the 20 to the 25. That's Glover slipping around would-be tacklers. Nice return here to the 45 and right around midfield. So big-time return there for C.J. Glover and a short field ahead for the Brenham Cubs.
Great return there by Brenham. I mean, they just stayed in the lanes and picked up huge yards there. Going to have great field position to start the drive in the second half.
So the Cubs take it right to the 49.5-yard line in Huntsville territory, and that is where they will set up shop to open this third quarter of play, already leading 28-7.
So the pressure is on the Hornet defense, and I think the Cubs understand that. I wonder if they're going to try a big play right off the bat.
Wildcat here is Jacoby Dixon, C.J. Glover, and as well as Ledrick Walker are the three in the backfield. It'll be Glover that takes the Wildcat snap, handed off to Walker. Nice play from Mr. Wesley Heineman. Comes in. We haven't called his name yet tonight. He makes a stop for a gain of 2 and sets up 2nd and 8.
Really nice play there by Heineman. From his linebacker position, stayed home. As soon as the running back hit the line of scrimmage, he was on top of him. Good play.
So a gain of a measly 1 here for Brenham. 2nd down and 9 coming up. Brenham going right to left across your radio dial, up 28-7. Line him up in the eye here with running back to the right side, handed off to Glover, and handed off running right. That's Walker. Vine able to get to him at the 45-yard line. Forward progress officially stopped at the 44. Picks up 4, does Walker. And a 3rd down and 5 coming up here for Brenham. They got great field position on that return by Glover, but Huntsville's defense with a chance to hold them 3 and out.
Yeah, the rush defense for Huntsville's doing really good in this drive here. Opening drive of the second half. Big 3rd down, both teams.
Ball at the 44-yard line here of Huntsville. 3rd down and 5. Chance here as Brenham will take a direct snap here with Glover. Cuts it up to the right side, and he's off to the races. C.J. Glover, 45 yards and a touchdown for Brenham. and they strike first here in the third.
Nice running by Glover. Takes it on the far side, weaves in and out, cuts through two defenders into the end zone untouched.
Makes your score 34-7 pending this point after try here from Blue Senega. It has been all Brenham since the midway point of the first quarter of play. Senega will go through his steps for the point after try with 10:26 left to go here in quarter number 3 in Brenham. Snap and hold, kick, tucks inside the right upright, and it is 35-7 in favor of Brenham. Turns now to the Hornet offense, trying to respond when we come back in 30 seconds on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
In the market for a new Ford? Head to Bill Fink Ford in Huntsville because their current inventory has got to go to make room for the 27s rolling in. Bill Fink Ford has the complete lineup of Ford Super Duty, Super Cruise, fuel-efficient sedans, SUVs, and America's best-selling truck year after year, the Ford F-150. Bill Fink Ford, no bull, just good deals. Be sure to ask about their first-time buyer program and shop online at BillFinkFordHuntsville.com.
Welcome back to Cubs Stadium here in Brenham. 35-7 your score as the Cubs are well on top of your Hornets right now as the offense will head right back out onto the field in just a few moments. Want to remind you, you can stay up to date on all things Huntsville Hornet Athletics on our social media pages. Updates on ball games, broadcast dates, and times can be found on the KSAM Sports Facebook page and on Instagram at KSAM1017. Short field for Brenham. Took it 45 yards into the end zone did C.J. Glover to cap off that drive, and it has been a quiet visitor side since the opening quarter here for Huntsville. Offense will try to change that here in a moment. Pooch kick potentially coming here for Senega. Indeed it is. They kick it to the far side. Taken from the 25-yard line. Not a lot of real estate for Landon Fisher, but he's got some space. Here to the near side now. Fisher across the 40. Forced out of bounds around the 45-yard line as he tumbles through the bench. And a nice return there for Fish, and decent field position coming up here for Huntsville, but we do have Laundry on the field.
That was a good return there by Fisher. Took it on the far side, got some blocks, took it all the way over here to the near side, cuts up field. Good return.
During the return, holding receiving team number 27.
That's going to be on Bryson Johnson for Huntsville, so a 10-yard penalty from the spot will back up from the 41, I believe, to the 31-yard line, and that is where the Hornet offense will set up after the penalty. You know, the penalties have been few and far between tonight, but the majority of them have been on Huntsville, and it has cost them in some situations. 31-yard line for Caden Mabus in the offense. They go left to right across your radio dial. Mabus in the gun, a receiver to the left, two down here to the right. Here's the snap, handed off, Jacavian Burks. Slipped as he was getting to the line of scrimmage. Not much on that carry, if any. Second down coming up, and there is a Hornet slow to get up.
It looks like, can't really tell the number, Carlos.
I cannot quite tell either. I don't think we even have that on our roster. So that's number 77. Not certain who that is. We don't have the name on our roster sheet here. So training staff's tending to him. With 10:07 left to go here in this third quarter. 35-7, Brenham, your score. We're back in 30 seconds.
In Huntsville, Hornet football is a tradition that brings our community together week after week, season after season. From the opening kickoff to the final whistle, we cheer as one, united by our hometown pride and our commitment to supporting one another. At Heritage Oak Funeral Home in Huntsville, that same spirit of compassion and community guides us as we serve local families with dignity and care. Visit heritageoakfh.com. Heritage Oak Funeral Home in Huntsville, where heritage meets home. Your hometown funeral home.
10:07 left to go here in this third quarter of play. The Brenham Cubs lead your Hornets 35-7 as the injured Hornet number 77. We don't have that name on hand here as he is being tended to by the training staff. They'll try to get him upright and to the sideline.
He's a big old fella. Glad to see him walking off on his own power.
He will come off the field, get a handshake from the coaching staff, and the Hornet offense will head back out there. It was a no-gainer for Jacavian Burks. Second down and 11 coming up from the 30-yard line. For this Hornet offense down in the big hole. A receiver to each side, tight end stacked to the right side of the O-line. Mabus from the shotgun, defensive line shifts, high snap. Mabus had a lucky bounce right back to him, and he will get rid of it and throw it away. And sometimes the bounce favors the bold. And Mabus did a good job getting it out of the pocket and just getting rid of it to set up 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, he really did, because that ball just shot through his hands and went over his head. He was able to go back, pick it up, and throw it out of bounds. And anytime you have personnel changes, especially at the quarterback center position, I mean, sometimes you can just be a little bit off. You don't get the number of reps.
3rd and 10, Mabus gets a clean snap, pressure coming. Mabus fires left side, trying to come back to it is Betts, but it hit the turf first. Incomplete. Good effort there by KJ. Would have been short of the line of gain anyway around the 40-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down, and Huntsville will probably have to send this one away and punt it. We do have a flag, though, in the backfield.
Holding offense number 62. Penalties decline. Resulting play is 4th down.
That's going to be on Ian Johnson. It's called for the hold, penalty declined, and the Hornets will send it back to Brenham.
That's unfortunate. I mean, you're right. You said it a while ago, Carlos. The penalties the Hornets are getting, they're not 5-yarders. I mean, they're 15-yarders.
So De Leon back to punt it away. 9:51 left in this 3rd quarter. Brenham 35, Huntsville 7. Line jumped a little bit there for Brenham. De Leon gets it off. Ball tumbling through the air. Gets a Hornet bounce. We'll keep on tumbling inside the 30, and we'll come to rest at the 25-yard line, and that is where Braden Wilson will pick it up, and that is where Brenham will set up shop. Long field to go for them. Brian, why don't we thank more of our sponsors who made tonight's broadcast possible?
I absolutely want to thank Frank's Taco Station in Riverside, Country Kitchen, Tacos, and more. Nelson Amaya's Collision Center, honest work, quality service. Murray Insurance and Financial Services, an agency you can trust. And University Heights Baptist Church, cultivating people who make Jesus known through the lives we live and the conversations that we have.
Sure appreciate everyone tuning in tonight, whether you're on the KSAM YouTube or over the air back home on KSAM and the KSAM mobile app. Carlos Zimmermann alongside Brian Adams and John Clendenin, as here is a handoff running to the right side. Jacoby Dixon on the opening play, still on his feet. Across the 30. And he is tackled around the 33-yard line, so a pickup of 8 for Jacoby Dixon. Sets up 2nd down and 2 for the Cubs.
Well, you can see why he's highly recruited, especially with Oklahoma paying him a visit to come play for them. I mean, he is just an outstanding runner. He kind of almost reminds me a little bit of Eric Dickerson in his style of running, kind of upright. But, man, he is fantastic.
So 2nd and short here for Brenham. Branch in the gun. 3 receivers, 2 left, 1 right. Gets the snap, handed back to Dixon. Takes it up the middle. Offensive line trying to push him forward. He's got more than enough for the 1st down. Beyond the 35, down to the 37-yard line. He picks up 4 with 9:19 left to go in the 3rd. Brenham leading 35-7. Cubs going right to left, and Dixon picks up the 1st. Bryson Johnson and Andrew Heineman were able to get in there on the stop, but not before Dixon picks up the 1st. Branch gets the snap, fires to the left side, caught Glover. Popped at the 40-yard line, swarm of Hornets on top of him. Down to the 42-yard line, getting to him first was Jaden Bennett.
Tell you what, number 18, Jeremiah Booker, the sophomore, boy, he was also in on that stop and played great defense. He broke down, looked at the guy's chest, didn't go for any moves, made a good tackle.
2nd down and 5 here. Brenham gets the snap, quick pass, and a bit tall that time for C.J. Glover. It was a quick one out of the arm there of the quarterback Roland Branch, and that will set up 3rd down and 5 here for the Cubs with 8:35 left to go in the 3rd.
Big opportunity here for the Hornet defense.
Bring up a 3rd and 5 from the 42.
Somebody step up big, make a play.
you're going to need to throw the biggest of haymakers here if you want to just try and generate some momentum here. The offense hasn't been going, so it's up to this defense to try and make a stop. Branch in the gun, 2 receivers to the right side. 3rd and 5 from the 42, from right to left, the Cubs go. Gets the snap, does Branch, only a 3-man rush. Branch fires to the right side, caught by Glover at midfield and tackled around the 47-yard line, enough for another first down for the Cubs on a big catch there for C.J. Glover.
I mean, what a just easy pitch and catch. I mean, Glover goes out. He's lined up on the far side, runs a curl route. As soon as he makes his turn back towards the quarterback, the ball is already there. Completed pass. That's a good play.
Picks up 11 yards, does Glover, for a first down and 10 for the Cubs to the Hornet 47-yard line. Branch staying in the gun. Now 2 receivers near side with the tight end offset to the right of the O-line. One back here, and they will play fake to him, fire to the right side, one-on-one out in the 40-yard line, trying to see who that is. That made that catch there on the far side. Either way, it's enough for another first down for Brenham, out 10 yards. That time hauling that one in. First time we've called his name tonight, Markel Lewis. But another first down here for Brenham as they are just slowly chipping their way down the field, B.A.
Yeah, they're not getting a lot of pressure on Branch, and he is making them pay for it. He methodically moves the Cubs down the field. Somehow they've got to get in that backfield. Somebody has to be disruptive.
First and 10 at the 37 of Huntsville. Brenham on the move. Branch in the shotgun. 2 receivers stacked to the right side. Gets the snap. Hand this one off. Running it up the middle. And a pickup of roughly 6 on that carry that time. I believe that was Ledrick Walker on the carry. Second down and 4 now for Brenham as they look to hurry things up, and Hornets have got to get a guy off the field. This is going to be 12 men on the field, I think. They hand it off up the middle once again to Walker. Man, the Hornets had several.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was all about, but you had Jamondra Mason just slow walking off to the sidelines as the play is going. I'm surprised they didn't get a flag for that.
Well, they did throw the flag. It was 12 men on
Oh, they
defense,
did throw it.
so,
Yep, well, there you go.
So another penalty here will mean another first down for the Brenham Cubs. Andrew Heineman at that was on the stop last time. So the ball will move forward. Closing in on the red zone here is Brenham. They will spot it at the 26. And another fresh set of downs here for the Cubs. 6:49 left to go in the third quarter. Brenham 35, Huntsville 7. Branch in the gun, trips left side, hand it back off. This is Walker weaving through traffic. Across the 15 and tackled around the 13-yard line. Finally getting to him there for the Hornets, wearing number 21, Messiah Jones. He made the stop there, but not before Walker stretches it into the red zone, a gain of 14 and another first down for Brenham.
Yeah, nice run on the left side here by Walker. Just running through Hornets.
Branch gets the snap again, keep it on the ground. Walker runs into a pile of Hornets, not much on that carry that time. He picks up 1. We'll set up second down and 9 here for Brenham. 6:15 left to go in the third after the 1-yard pickup. Off the top of the pile again is Messiah Jones. It just has not been a kind night here for the Hornets, with a lot of things that have gone wrong for them. Some miscues that have bit them. And Brenham continuing to march it down. 2nd and 8 from the 10. Hornets jump. Free play possibly. Back corner to the end zone. And it is caught. Touchdown, Markel Lewis will check the flag. I believe the Hornets did show movement on that right side of the defensive line. Nice play there on that far pylon there on the catch there for Markel Lewis, and it is indeed offense, or rather defense called for the offsides. That's what I meant to say, and it is a touchdown for Markel Lewis out of the arm of Roland Branch, and Brenham continues to add.
Hornets are looking a little flat-footed and kind of uninspired at the moment.
Bobbled snap, but the kick's still good for Blue Senega to make it 42-7 in favor of Brenham. 5:46 to go in the third. Hornet offense back out there in 30 seconds here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
This is BJ McMichael, Minister of Students and Outreach here at University Heights Baptist Church and a proud 1993 Hornet graduate. At UHBC, we believe that Sunday is game day for your faith, and we start at 8 a.m. with our traditional worship, and then at 9:30 and 11, you have options. Huddle up in a small group or attend one of our contemporary worship services. 2 time slots with 2 great options. Don't forget about Wednesday nights, 6 and 7:30, Bible studies and programming for every age and stage. And if you already don't have a church home, please check us out at uhbc.net and find ways to add church to your weekly game plan. We'll save you a seat. Sting 'em, Hornets.
Back at it here in Brenham at Cubs Stadium. Cubs leading 42-7 with 5:46 left to go here in this third quarter, alongside Brian Adams and John Clendenin. I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Not the night Huntsville has been looking for. And Brian, I mean, there's not much else we can really say at this point. Just a lot of things that have gone wrong and has just not panned out for Huntsville tonight.
It really hasn't. You know, the opening drive of the game was obviously the best drive for the Hornets, punching it in, getting on the board first. But ever since then, it has been all Brenham. I mean, all Brenham.
Sonego ready to pooch kick once again here to the Hornets, looking the way of Landon Fisher and company. Fisher will take it at the 30. On the far side, looking for some space, slips out of a couple of tackles, and Landon Fisher. We'll see where they spot him. Out of bounds right around midfield, it looks like, and it'll be right at midfield. Landon Fisher to the 50, and that is where the Hornets will set up shop.
Really nice return there by Fisher to get him to midfield. I mean, this is one of the best spots the Hornets has had a chance to start a drive tonight.
So the Hornets offense getting ready to head back out there with 5:40 left to go in the third. 42-7 is your score. Caden Mabus lead the offense back out there. And I've been inspired by Jacavian Burks and the way he has run the ball tonight. His first game as the starter after years behind Trayshawn Brown, and he's going to have an opportunity here again on this drive to try and carry this offense. First and 10 from the 50. Hornets go left to right. Mabus gets the snap, dropped it, and is trying to spin his way out of trouble, but the Brenham Cubs able to swarm to Caden. And they're going to throw the flag for unnecessary roughness here on Brenham, as that whistle had been blowing well long, and they were still engaged with Caden.
Not a very smart play there by Brenham, for sure.
That's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down. That penalty brought to you by our friends at Double Dave's Pizza. And Mabus in the offense will be able to move that ball into Brenham territory. Down in the big hole, 42-7, 5:29 left to go in the third. Ball will be spotted at the Brenham 38. On the far hash, Hornets going left to right. Caden Mabus barks out the instructions here for the offense. Receiver to each sideline. Mills here on the near side. Mabus gets the snap clean. Hand this one off. Running up the middle and stretching forward, Jackson Lewis. Stopped at the 32-yard line. Lewis picks up 6 for 2nd and 4.
Number 75, Wayne Cunningham, right tackle, made a good block there for the Hornets.
That offensive line still trying to, find their legs as well with so many new faces on that line, Wayne being one of them. Mabus on 2nd and 5. Gets the snap, handed off to Burks, looking for a hole. Up the left side, forward progress, believe was stopped around the 29-yard line, Jacavian Burks. That's near a first down, but he will be just short. Picks up 4 for 3rd and 1.
Well, that's tough running there by Burks. Takes the inside handoff, tries to bounce it outside, just a yard shy of the first down. This is a critical 3rd down here for the Hornets.
Ball is on the Brenham 29-yard line. Moving left to right is Huntsville, 4:19 to play in the third. 2 in the backfield here with Caden Mabus, Burks, and Lewis. You have Mills here on the near side, and then DJ Briggs on the far side. 3rd down and 3 feet. Mabus with 2 in the backfield gets the snap. They're going to blow this one dead, though. Timeout called by Todd Mabus. As he did not like what the Brenham defense was putting forward. So that's a University Heights Baptist Church timeout. First one here in this second half. We're going to keep things right here. Some scores, updates from around the Huntsville district. There's Region 3, District 9. Hornets moving from Region 2 to Region 3. The Indians of Cleveland lead Spring Woods 26-11. 5:54 left in that ball game. Lake Creek has extended their lead on Bastrop. 42-27 is the score there. GCM and Kingwood Park are at halftime. 14-13 lead for Goose Creek Memorial. And then West Fork leads A-Leaf Elsick at the half, 7-3 in that ball game as well. Montgomery High played New Caney last night and won 23-20. If you're just tuning in, Brenham, 42 unanswered points, leading in this one 42-7 with 3:58 to play in this third quarter with John Clendenin and Brian Adams. I'm Carlos Zimmermann. As the Hornets called timeout, and now they will set up for 3rd down and 1 once again. Need the 28 to extend the drive. And in motion, the tight end right to left across the line. That's Cullen Coffey. Ball is bobbled once again. Mavis in trouble, and he's just going to have to fall down on it at the 39-yard line. That'll be a loss of 10. Back him up to the original line of scrimmage. And now what does Huntsville decide to do here on 4th down and 10 to go?
Boy, that's tough. You got Mavis lined up in the shotgun. Ball just goes right through his hands, and that can be – the ball could be slick. I mean, he could take his eyes off of it. I'm not sure, but they've got to really tighten that up. They've had 3 or 4 missnaps tonight.
It's Wyatt Stokes, the man that is under center for the Hornets on that offensive line. 4th down and 10 at the 38. Dual backfield for Mavis. Here's the snap. Mavis looking left. Rifles it. Incomplete.
I tell you what, I'll give the O-line all the credit in the world. There was not a single defensive lineman that got across the line of scrimmage. That was great blocking by the big guys up front.
Intended target was DJ Briggs, but comes up empty, and the Hornets will turn it over on downs with 3:08 left to go here in this third quarter, and the Brenham offense will head back out there, leading 42-7. Brian, have we thanked all our sponsors?
I think we have a couple more to go. Actually.
All right, why don't we thank them?
Absolutely, let's do that. We want to thank Huntsville Hornet Football, and it is presented by Bill Fick Ford, our buddies over there at Bill Fick. No bull, just good deals. And Huntsville Independent School District, it's a great day to be a Hornet. We're building champions, everyone, every day.
Brenham back to action. Jacoby Dixon running to the right side, and he loses the football. Ball's on the deck. The Hornets have it on the far side. Jacoby Dixon had the ball popped out of his hands, and the Hornets able to scoop it. Not sure who was the Hornet that jarred it loose. And it will go back to Huntsville, and there is a Brenham Cub that is slow to get up.
Well,
but the Hornets able to force a turnover for the first time tonight.
I was going to say, it's not often Dixon has made a mistake like that.
Turnover gong sounds. That was Kendra Cooper. That came away with the TO. So there is a Brenham Cub being tended to on the field for the moment. And he's going to be able to hop up under his own power. Good to see that young man come off the field. Number 68, Dawson Moran. So here comes the Hornet offense. Fresh from the sideline, but now back out there with a little bit of juice with 2:56 left to go in the third. And Caden Mavis in the offense gets some fresh life here in the third quarter. One back is Burks, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right side is Betts. Fisher in motion. Mavis gets the snap, handed off to Fisher, running right. With some space for a moment, stays on his feet, forced out of bounds. And another flag gonna fly in from the near sideline judge as Kingston Hall running Fisher out of bounds and still basically knocking him in there almost into John and then also into the kicking net.
Yeah, he was trying to tackle him 15 yards out of bounds. You're going to get a flag for that every time.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, 13 defense, driving the player out of bounds. 15-yard penalty.
15-yard penalty and an automatic Mocha attorneys at law first down for your Hornets. After the run by Fisher, tack on the penalty too. That flag also brought to you by our friends at Double Dave's Pizza. Bring it down to the 18-yard line is where the Hornets will operate now in the Murray Insurance and Financial Services red zone. 2:49 to play in the third. Brenham 42, Huntsville 7, but the Hornets trying to get the offense rolling here down big. Betts in motion from the near side. Mabus gets the snap, handed off. Jacavian Burks running here to the right side. Tough running. And tackled shy of the 10. We'll see where they spot him. Tackle made by Ledrick Walker Jr. As Betts able to get it down to the 12, gain of 6. Picks up 2nd and 4 here for Huntsville.
Nice run by Betts over on the near side. He is explosive. His first 3 steps were so fast, I mean, nobody even knew he was going to the right. I mean, incredible run by Betts.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. Fisher and Betts handed off. Jacavian Burks, delayed handoff at that. Burks backs his body up. Trying to get a first down, stretching at the last moment. Mark him at the 9-yard line. He's going to be just short of it. 3rd down and 1. Coming up here for the Huntsville Green and White. But a nice, another tough run there. Back-to-back runs for Jacavian Burks.
Well, convert right here, and it'll give the Hornets a little bit of a confidence boost, and they certainly need one.
Kingston Hall on the last stop. 3rd down and 1 to go here for Huntsville. In the Murray Insurance and Financial Services red zone. Mabus with 2 backs. Ty Harrison in the slot here on the right side. They go to Burks, running to the left side, trying to get around would-be tackler. Slips across many, and all of them to the end zone. Touchdown, Jacavian Burks, his first one on the season. That's a Huntsville Main Street downtown touchdown for Jacavian Burks.
Nice run by Burks around the left side. Again, that explosive speed. Cuts upfield, walks into the end zone untouched. Nice play there by the Hornets.
Minute 22 left to go in the third, and now Nelson Amaya's Collision Center point after try for Jonathan DeLeon. Nice little 9-yard scamper there for Jacavian Burks. Snap, hold down, kick through the uprights. 42-14, Huntsville finally snaps the scoreless drought. With a minute 22 left to go in the third, we will step aside and take a break. Back after this on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network in 30 seconds.
TWFG and More Insurance has been providing families in the Huntsville, Texas area with their auto, home, life, and business insurance needs since 2003. We have access to hundreds of insurance carriers, so you'll have choices for the coverage you need without paying a penny more than you should. Call TWFG and More Insurance to get a free quote at 936-293-8121. That's 936-293-8121.
42-14 your score with a minute 22 left to go in this third quarter as we get ready for the kickoff here for Jonathan DeLeon after the Hornets capitalize on a Jacoby Dixon fumble. And they turn it into 6 on a 9-yard touchdown run by Jacavian Burks. We'll go to John Clendenin after the kickoff here for the Hornets as they get ready to send it back to the Brenham offense in what has been a lengthy third quarter, but has seen both teams cash in. BA Hornets showed some nice things on that last drive.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, it looked like the adjustments they made at halftime really paid off on that last drive. Very complete. Offensive line did a really good job. Nice. It was very impressive.
Pooch kick to the left side here. Fair catch is called for around the 23-yard line, so no return here for Brenham's Nate Raw. John, what you got down there on the sideline for us?
Yeah, Carlos, it seemed like when that turnover gong sounded, this side came alive, and you saw it right there on the offensive possession. Huntsville did a great job getting back out to the outside. That's where their offensive identity has been successful so far this game. And, you know, we still have a lot of ball game left to play here. Score may be a little bit out of reach, but still a lot of pride and a lot of things to build on here in week 1 for the Hornets.
Thank you, John, down on the sidelines for us tonight. Good to have him on the crew this year. Be our third sideline reporter we've had. Part of a great lineage of them. Luke Scott, our good buddy, now living up in the Frisco area. Emma Sims, who was with us last year. And now Mr. John Clendenin. Good to have him here on the crew. Brenham back to work. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line as Branch gets the snap. He'll keep it. Throw it wide down the field. Looking for his man, Nate Raw. He's got it. 30-yard line of the Hornets, but there is a penalty marker back here at the 25, and according to Mr. Jonathan Gorey, one of the assistants down there on the field, pointing towards Brenham's way. So Raw makes the catch, but looks like it might be coming back.
Rod ran a great route. He was lined up on the near side, ran a post route. Branch hit him perfectly.
An eligible receiver downfield, number 17 in the offense, was covered up by the outside wide receiver. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay for
So the penalty goes on Raw for being uncovered. So the Hornets catch a break with 1:12 left to go in the third. The ball will back up to the 20-yard line and set up first down at 15. The flag brought to you by our friends at Double Dave's Pizza. Branch will line up the offense. He will set up in the shotgun. One back with them. And a receiver to the near side. That's Raw. Two to the far side. Branch sends one in motion. That's Glover. Here's the snap. Handed off. Jacoby Dixon, who had the fumble a moment ago. Cuts it back over the middle of the field. Popped at the 30-yard line. Decent run there, Jacoby Dixon. Takes it forward 10 yards to bring up second down and roughly 5. Well, they'll actually give him the 32-yard line. Make it 2nd and 3.
Number 2, Jeremiah Peterson in on the stop for the Hornets. If they get Brenham to punt the ball away with, the fourth quarter left, I mean, this may make this game a little sporty.
6-second differential between the play clock and the game clock. Last play of the third quarter barring an incompletion as a high snap, and they will run it once again. Dixon not able to get the first down, though. He is stopped. The 34-yard line, a modest pickup of about 2. Set up 3rd down and 1 here for Brenham, and they'll have that opportunity on the other side of this quarter break. We have played 3 here in Brenham. Cubs 42, Hornets 14. Last 12 minutes coming your way next after this here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Hey folks, Clint Mack here with Wiesner in Huntsville. Football season is here, and we've got a starting lineup of used cars and trucks and SUVs ready to hit the road. We have Chevys, Fords, GMCs, Toyotas, and a lot more. We've got all makes and models on the field. Looking to trade? Bring us your current ride, and let's see if we can put together a winning deal. So don't get caught on the sidelines. Make your moves today and drive one home. Come see our team at Wiesner in Huntsville or visit us online at wiesnerhuntsville.com.
42-14, Brenham has the lead here as we get ready for the fourth and final quarter of play here tonight in Brenham. Alongside Brian Adams and John Clendenin, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Glad to have you with us tonight. Coming up on Monday, another edition of the Hornet Nation Coaches Show live from Chick-fil-A in Huntsville. Myself and BA will sit down with Hornet players, special guest, head coach Todd Mabus, and you'll have an opportunity, too, to win a pair of tickets to the Hornets home opener against A&M Consolidated. Join us inside the restaurant or watch live on the KSAM YouTube and over the air on 101.7 KSAM. Hornet Nation Coaches Show presented by Advantage Specialties and Chick-fil-A. Hornets still discussing things over with Todd Mabus before they retake the field. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. Coming up here for the Brenham Cubs. Just need the 35 to extend the drive. Hornets had their most recent touchdown a moment ago on a 9-yard score from Jacavian Burks around the left side to be able to score his first touchdown of the 2026 campaign.
You know, offensively and defensively, both sides of the ball, the Hornets in the second half have done a much better job than they did in the first. So that's a good sign.
Looks like Brenham will line up in tight, packing up that interior part of the offensive line for 3rd down and 1. Keeper here for Dixon. Powers forward, and he's got the first down across the 35. Jermondre Mason able to drive him in there, and he does his best WWE impression, does Jacoby Dixon.
That almost looked like the Bill Lambier. I mean, nobody was within 5 feet of him.
He did a full rear somersault.
Yeah, he could.
That was impressive. I mean,
oh man!
But the gain of 3 is enough for a first down. 42-14, Brenham with the lead. 11:39 left to go here in the ball game. As Brenham has it, going left to right across your radio dial. Hornets obviously just trying to get out of Brenham with some pride. Get ready for A&M Consolidated at home next week. And we'll have whistles here from the far sideline. Judge Brenham calls timeout. Let's take it with him for 30 seconds. More fourth quarter action coming up next on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Fender bender? Don't sweat it. Nelson Amaya's Collision Center is here for you. Walking distance from SHSU at 2011 Sycamore Avenue. They have served Walker County with integrity since 1999. From auto paint and body repair to seamless insurance claim processing, they handle it all. Visit them in Huntsville, check out their new Madisonville location, or see them online at NelsonAmayasCollision.com or call 936-439-4545 today. Nelson Amaya's Collision Center, proud supporter of Hornet football.
Back in Brenham with 11:25 left to go in the fourth and final quarter of play. Cubs with the football, moving left to right. First down and 10 from the 37-yard line after calling their first timeout here in the second half. With Brian Adams and John Clendenin, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Brenham had started this drive back around their own 20-yard line, but has now moved it closer to midfield here at Cub Stadium. Branch in the gun, receiver in motion, that's Glover from the near side slot. Pitch it to him, end around play, now Raw will take it around the right side. Across the 50 to the 45 to the 40, he's got one man to beat, and look at Nate Raw go. Sam Kieschnick with a touchdown saving tackle. And they will spot him at the 15-yard line. Massive gain on the play of 48 yards and a first down in the red zone.
Double reverse by Brenham. Gets them all the way down to the red zone. Nicely executed.
42-14, Cubs with the lead. Branch will have one back with him. That's Glover. Two receivers on the right side, one out to the far side. Branch gets the snap. Play fake. Looking to that left side. Catch made by Raw. Knocked out of bounds by Kieschnick around the 3. Picks up 14. First and goal, Brenham. So Brenham on the doorstep once again of punching in another score and has been there kind of night to night.
Branch throws just a little fade right over the left side. Nice pass, and the receiver did a great job. He out-jumped the defender.
Ball officially spotted at the 3. First and goal for Brenham moving left to right. 10:22 left to go here in the fourth. Glover will stand about 3 yards behind Branch. Gets the snap, fake the give to Glover, roll out to the right. Branch looking, tosses it out of bounds, throws it away. We're going to have one of the far sideline judges come in. I believe that is it. Yeah, there is a flag over there on the far side.
Illegal formation. 5 in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
So illegal formation is the call on Brenham with 5 in the backfield. So back it up 5 yards and set up first and goal at the 8.
Big break there for the Hornets. Push them back. You know, Carlos, one of the things that really impressed me before Zay went out, and Branch both, and Mavis too as well, but their fakes, their play-action fakes, when they're handing the ball off, I love that because it freezes the defense for just a second, and that second maybe is all you need.
Pass incomplete in the end zone. Sam Kieschnick knocking it away from Nate Raw. Coming over on a slant route from that left side. Sets up second and goal for the Cubs after the incompletion. Stops the clock with 10:06 left in the fourth. Coming into tonight, last 5 matchups, 3 of them have gone the way of Brenham, 2 of them for Huntsville. Of course, we had that thriller 3 years ago at Huntsville ISD Stadium that did not go the way of Brenham that night as Glover takes it around the left side, staying on his feet. Pyle trying to push him into the end zone. Glover is finally stopped around the 1.5-yard line after a gain of about 5 or 6. Sets up third and goal at the 1 for Brenham.
Hornets have their goal line defense out there. They're trying to get lower than their offensive counterparts.
Wildcat here. Glover will take the snap. Dixon standing right behind him. Plenty of time on the play clock to change things up here if you're Brenham. Leading 42-14, 9.5 to play in the fourth. Glover gets the direct snap, takes it straight ahead and into the end zone. Touchdown, Brenham. Got a running start at it and plunges his way in 2 yards out to extend the Brenham lead.
Number 3, C.J. Glover carries it in for a touchdown.
Well, you know, Brenham's done a really good job with that tonight as well. They're not being fancy about anything. They're just playing smash mouth football, straight handoffs up the middle, and just, you know, the best side wins. And so far tonight, it has been all Brenham.
Point after try here for Blue Senega. Snap and hold. Kick for Senega through the sticks. 49-14, Brenham with the lead. 9:19 to go here in the fourth. Hornet offense back out there after this on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. We're back in 30 seconds.
Affordable Plumbing Incorporated in Huntsville is a proud supporter of Huntsville Athletics. Family owned and operated since 2000. Affordable Plumbing serves the plumbing needs of Huntsville, New Waverly, Trinity, and surrounding areas. The company is backed by years and years of experience and strives to support the community in a courteous and professional manner. For all your plumbing needs, call them at 936-291-7886. Again, that's Affordable Plumbing at 936-291-7886. Sting 'em, Hornets.
9:19 to go here in this fourth and final quarter of play from Cub Stadium in Brenham. 49-14, Brenham with the advantage here, on track to open the season with a victory. I want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, you can listen to today's Best Country and all your favorites wherever you may be with the KSAM mobile app. It's in your app store for Androids and iPhones. Take your hometown radio station with you in the car, at home, or even while out on a run. The KSAM mobile app, download it today. Obviously, it's not been the night Huntsville was looking for. I know we sound like a broken record in stating that, with Zay Adolph going out earlier to injury and having to change a lot of things offensively and defensively as a ripple effect of that. It has made this game a little bit different. Obviously, hope Zay's going to be okay, and we'll see him out there next week against A&M Consolidated, as the kick away by Senega will be taken by Huntsville around the 4-yard line. KJ Betts. 15 doesn't quite get to the 20. And tackled at the 18, and that is where the Hornet offense will set up.
Carlos, that's why it is so important that these guys that are second and third string focus during practices, because it doesn't take but one play, and you're thrust into that starting role. And tonight, it's happened multiple positions, you know. And these guys, they got to be prepared for that, because you're always one play away.
Caden Mavis in the offense trot out there. 3 receivers set will be joining him. DJ Briggs, Jaden Ricino, and Jamarian Mills. Mills will be one-on-one here on the near side. One in the backfield with Mavis as well, Jackson Lewis. Here's the snap. Hand it off to Lewis. Runs into a pile of Cubs, and forward progress was stopped at the 20. Was able to notch 2 yards on that carry and set up down a second down and 8.
Well, inside handoff up the middle. Not a whole lot of running room, really.
You give him actually one more extra yard. Second down and 7 from the 21. Mavis gets the play call here. 2 receivers on the right side. One down here to the near side, Mills. Mavis gets the snap, looking to pass. Looking Mills' way here on the near side. He's got him. Popped at the 34-yard line. Nice grab there, Jamarian Mills. Enough for a Mocha Attorneys at Law, first down.
Nice pass by Mavis on the near side. Just a little 10 to 12-yard out route. It was on time, on the money. Nice pass there by Caden Mavis.
Traylon Kelly was the one in on the stop, along with Ledrick Walker Jr. First down and 10 for the Hornets, 34-yard line. Moving right to left across your radio dial, 8:08 left to go in the fourth. 49-14 Brenham. Mavis from the shotgun. Gets the snap of 3 receivers. Lots of time to pass. Pumps once. Now loads up to the right side, looking for Briggs. Out of his reach, incomplete. Had it on him strength-wise, just a little bit off to the right as Briggs was double covered. 2nd and 10.
I like the decision. I mean, that's your first option, your deep route. He was double covered, but he had beaten the defenders. Just got to get that ball a little further out front.
Quincy Adams and company in on the coverage. Brings up 2nd and 10 here for the Hornets. 34-yard line in their own territory. From right to left they go. Mavis Claps gets the snap. Option run here. Jackson Lewis to the right side with some nice tough running beyond the 40-yard line. Stopped at the 42 by a pair of Cubs. Gains 8 for 3rd down and 2 coming up here after the nice run by Lewis.
Yeah, tough running over on the right side. You said he did make contact in the backfield, shook it off, picked up some yardage. Good run.
Hornets need the 44 to move the sticks. 2 receivers left side, 1 to the right for Mavis. Gets the snap, blitz coming. And Brenham read it perfectly. Flag does fly in from the far sideline. Judge that signals offside.
Big break there for the Hornets. Oh, man.
Here's the call. That'll be on Brennan Ragston. That is called for the offsides. That Double Dave's Pizza flag is enough for Amoka attorneys at law. 1st down for the Hornets to the 47. Hornets on the doorstep of Brenham territory once again. Down 49-14 here in the 4th. 7:13 to go. Caden Mavis at quarterback with 3 receivers here to the near side. Empty on the right side. 1 back is Lewis. 4 on the line for Brenham as Mavis gets the snap. Hands it off to Lewis. Trying to get some space to the right side. And forward progress stopped at the line of scrimmage. So no gain for Jackson Lewis. Sets up 2nd and 10. Well, BA, going into this week of practice, obviously there's a lot they need to adjust, but just trying to get out of Brenham here best they can, the healthiest they can before they get into another heavyweight battle next week with A&M Consolidated.
Well, we talked about it at the beginning of the broadcast, Carlos. I mean, this district is a tough district. I mean, you got to bring your A game every Friday night because your opponent's going to.
2nd and 10 for the Hornets. Right to left they go, 47-yard line. Mavis awaiting the snap. He's got it. Pass. Steps up in the pocket, and it collapses on him. Flag flies in from the back judge, our white hat. As Mavis went down for the sack back around the 44.
You know what? Really good play there by Mavis, though. He drops back. And the ends collapsed on top of him. He steps into the pocket.
Offense number 32. TDR penalty from the previous 5. Replay, 2nd down.
Hold will be on Jackson Lewis, the junior running back.
But even when he stepped into the pocket, the line had collapsed, but that was great instincts from the quarterback there.
So 2nd and long now for the Hornets at their own 37-yard line, needing 20 yards to keep the chains moving. They stay with trips here to the near side with 5:54 left to go here in the 4th. Mavis drops the ball again, but able to scoop it up. Fires to the right side, incomplete, looking for Mills, or rather to the left side. Good recovery by him after the loose ball. We'll bring up 3rd down and 20 to go here for the Hornets.
Well, the one thing that's really tough, and Mavis has had kind of a tough night. He's had, I think, 4 drops, and a couple of them he was able to pick back up. But what happens is it throws your timing off and your wideouts and everything else, and you saw it just there.
So 3rd and 20 now for the Hornets. Stops the clock with 5:47 left in the 4th, 49-14 Brenham. Mavis gets the play call. 2 receivers left, 1 to his right. Gets the snap. Pressure coming off the left side. Firing, looking for Mills, too tall. Looking for Mills once again. Traylon Kelly was the man in coverage against Mills, and that will bring up 4th down, and the Hornets will punt. So Jonathan DeLeon will come out to punt it away with 5:41 left to go here in the 4th. Brenham will get ready to receive with C.J. Glover back deep. DeLeon waiting the snap. 2 coming at him. Gets it off. Tumbling end over end. Take a nice little Hornet roll and keep on bouncing. And we'll be down around the 23-yard line. by Braden Wilson. 5:26 to go in the fourth, 49-14. Coming up on the AB Squared Self-Storage Facility postgame wrap-up. You'll hear from head coach Todd Mabus. Me and Brian will wrap this one up here, and we'll get you ready for next week's matchup. Home opener against A&M Consolidated. All that and more coming up on the AB Squared Self-Storage Facility postgame wrap-up. Opportunity here for some of the other young guns to get out there and get some valuable experience here at the varsity level. And Brian, I'm just looking across the board. There's a lot of young men out there that are playing in their first varsity game tonight.
Well, you know what? That's so exciting. I mean, these guys need to get out there and because I mean, this is your future. Just back up some playing time.
And speaking of that, Brenham will go to a new man at quarterback. We'll get that for you in a moment as they hand it off up the gun, and the Hornets able to swarm to the running back very quickly. As they have pulled all their starters on the carry that time for them, Samuel Ragston. And that will set up second down and 10 once again here for Brenham. Seeing 31 on the roster, and on the field rather, and we don't have a 31 on our roster. So, we just keep on chugging along. Snap for Brenham here. Hand it off once again, running to the left side. That's Ragston. Stop shy of the 30-yard line. As a couple of Hornets able to get to him before he causes any more damage. Andrew Heineman on the stop there for Huntsville after the gain of about 5 or 6. Sets up third down with 4.5 to play here in the fourth. Brenham leading 49-14.
You know who? I tell you what, number 27, Bryson Johnson, the sophomore linebacker for the Hornets. He's had a really solid game tonight. Like to see that in the young linebacker.
Third down here for Brenham. They'll change it up here at the line of scrimmage. 10 on the play clock. QB barking out instructions here for the Cubs. Here's the snap. Hand it off once again. Ragston running up the middle. Did he get enough for the first down? I don't think he did, BA. It looks like he is going to be short by about a yard. Fourth down and 1. Coming up here after the run by Ragston. And looks like Danny Youngs is going to leave his offense on the field.
Well, backup versus backup. 4th and 1.
See if they'll try to draw Huntsville off sides here with 3.5 to play. Oh, they did get a jump. Not enough for a flag, but it's a pass to the left side, and it's caught for a first down.
Nice back shoulder pass by the new Brenham quarterback.
Got number 82 there on that far side. We don't have that name and number either on our roster. So Danny Youngs has gone deep into his bench here in the back end of this one. 3:22 to play in the fourth. 49-14, Brenham with the lead. On track to take this season opener. Ragston in the backfield with the QB. 2 receivers left, 1 here to the near side. Receiver in motion. Pitch play here running around the right side. Jaden Nickerson. Forced out of bounds by Jeremiah Peterson around midfield. Spot him out around the 45-yard line. And that's enough for another first down for Brenham in Hornet territory. And look at some of the guys out there just getting some action here in the late going. Got Joseph Marino up on that front line of the defense. You also got
Andrew Heineman.
Keith Hill's been out there, along with Edwin Gitow. A lot of young guys trying to get some experience here in the late going. Pass near side, caught 40-yard line. Charlie Kinjura with his first target and catch of the night. Spun down by the Hornets' Jahaz Pryor.
Nice play there by Pryor. One-on-one coverage. He doesn't go for any of the fakes. He looks at his chest, wraps him up, brings him down.
Kinjura able to gain 5 to bring up second down and 5. The 40-yard line here for Huntsville, or rather for Brenham, against the Hornet defense. 2:42 left to go in the fourth. 49-14, Brenham with the advantage. Shotgun formation here for the Cubs. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right with a tight end offset. Man in motion once again is Nickerson. They will fake the give to him, hand it off to Ragston, who is caught by Gitow. at the 40-yard line. They get him down to the turf. Also in on the stop there for the Hornets, Jacoby Sparks. Able to get in there and make a play. Young freshman on varsity getting some action here in the late going. No gain, 3rd down and 5.
Carlos, I think we got 11 sophomores out there. Or close.
10 sophomores minus JP.
Yeah.
Maybe 9 sophomores with the freshman and then JP. So timeout is the 2-minute timeout as we are winding our way to the finish. Brenham with the lead, 49-14. They will come away with the win tonight, but we'll bring you the finish after this. Back in 30 seconds on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Huntsville, 101.7 KSAM. Sting 'em Hornets.
In the market for a new Ford? Head to Bill Fink Ford in Huntsville because their current inventory has got to go to make room for the 27s rolling in. Bill Fink Ford has the complete lineup of Ford Super Duty, Super Cruise, fuel-efficient sedans, SUVs, and America's best-selling truck year after year, the Ford F-150. Bill Fink Ford, no bull, just good deals. Be sure to ask about their first-time buyer program and shop online at BillFinkFordHuntsville.com.
Getting close to the end here in Brenham, Texas, 49-14. Brenham with the lead over your Hornets on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network with BA and John Clendenin. I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Brenham with a 3rd down and 5 at the Hornet 40. Gets the snap, does the QB. Handoff for Ragston running to the left side. He is popped once again by Sparks and company. Shy of the line of gain at the 32. Brings up 4th down for the Cubs and about 2 yards to go.
It's nice to see our new superintendent, Mr. Fanning, down on the sideline supporting the Hornets.
Been here all night. Good to see Mr. Fanning down there. He's talking with Ken Holland, who we were visiting with before the game started.
We had Mr. Fanning on our coaches show. This is our first guest, and I think the future is extremely bright for our Hornets.
Absolutely it is, for all of Huntsville ISD. Brenham will go for it. 4th down and 2. The 37 of Huntsville, as they get the snap, handed off Ragston. He's got the 1st down and a lot more to go. Bouncing off of would-be tacklers, tackled inside the 15-yard line. Getting to him last was Shakazy Barnes was the last one to get him down to the turf. And that will bring up a 1st down and 10 to go from the 12.
Really nice tackle there by Barnes. He was playing a weak safety spot, comes up, wraps him up, both arms around his waist, brings him down. That is how you tackle. A lot of tackling in the first half was arm tackling, and Brenham has run right through that.
45 seconds left to go in the game. 49-14 Brenham. They're going to wind the play clock down as much as they can. Really, all they need to do here is take a knee, and this will be over. Yes, indeed, they do. So there's the knee and your ball game. Brenham Cubs saw their lead go to Huntsville first tonight, but from then on they were able to handle their business, and they come away tonight the winner, 49-14 over your Huntsville Hornets, as the clock will head to 000, and we'll call this one good. We're going to go to the AB Squared Self-Storage post-game wrap-up coming up next after these messages from our sponsors, and then we'll get into the wrap-up. John Clendenin will stand by with...
Chicken and waffles, a cozy combination. Chick-fil-A's got chicken and waffles. Sweet and savory together in a brand new way. Whoa.
Introducing Chick-fil-A's new chicken and waffles. Crispy chicken between 2 maple-flavored waffles with bacon and honey butter spread served with syrup. Available all day long.
Chicken and waffles. Right now we're Chick-fil-A.
Order chicken and waffles all day at Chick-fil-A. Menu switches from breakfast to lunch at 10:30 a.m.
In the market for a new Ford? Head to Bill Fink Ford in Huntsville because their current inventory has got to go to make room for the 27s rolling in. Bill Fink Ford has the complete lineup of Ford Super Duty, Super Cruise, fuel-efficient sedans, SUVs, and America's best-selling truck year after year, the Ford F-150. Bill Fink Ford, no bull, just good deals. Be sure to ask about their first-time buyer program and shop online at BillFinkFordHuntsville.com.
Hornet fans, it's time to come home. Huntsville Hornet football is back at HISD Stadium.
Our first home game is Friday, September 4th.
And we're breaking out the camo. It's camo night as your Hornets take on the A&M Consolidated Tigers.
So wear your camo, fill up the stands, and help us make some noise.
Woo-hoo! We're on a hunt for a Hornet victory.
Bingo, Hornets!
Let's go to Double Dave's, Double Dave.
When you need a break, they got the right food, and it's a really great place.
Hi there, Huntsville. Did you know that Double Dave's has the largest delivery area in the city? Hot, fresh pizza, pepperoni, stromboli, and our salads made daily can be delivered right to your door. And for those outside of our delivery area, we have a delivery hub near you. Call today, 936-291-3283, and get it to you today.
Let's go to Double Dave's, Double Dave. They've got the pizza with that fresh made taste to put a smile on your face. Let's go to Double Dave's.
No job is too big or too small for McCafferty Electric, whether residential, commercial, wiring, or rewiring. Established since 1962, McCafferty Electric is licensed and bonded for your protection. Whether it be a service or repair job, new construction, or remodel of your home or office, call McCafferty Electric. Open weekdays 8 to 5 with 24-hour emergency service available. McCafferty is located across from Bauer Stadium on Sycamore Avenue. McCafferty Electric, the first choice for all your electrical needs.
Exceeding all expectations for 3 generations. You can call us day or night. McWilliams, we're the ones you trust. So count on us to come out and fix things right. When your plumbing is slow or your AC goes, we've got the best service round by far. Visit callmcwilliams.com. McWilliams, we're not comfortable until you are.
Got a tree problem? Woods Tree Service has the solution, and the number to remember is 936-661-8180. Need tree trimming? 661-8180. A tree that's got to come down? 661-8180. Need that stump out of your yard? 661-8180. Woods Tree Service is our region's most trusted tree experts, and we are ready to serve you. Call 936-661-8180. That's 661-8180. Woods Tree Service.
In Huntsville, Hornet football is a tradition that brings our community together week after week, season after season. From the opening kickoff to the final whistle, we cheer as one, united by our hometown pride and our commitment to supporting one another. At Heritage Oak Funeral Home in Huntsville, that same spirit of compassion and community guides us as we serve local families with dignity and care. Visit heritageoakfh.com. Heritage Oak Funeral Home in Huntsville, where heritage meets home. Your hometown funeral home.
Welcome to the Huntsville Hornets High School Football Postgame Show, sponsored by AB Squared Self-Storage. With a game recap, here's Carlos Zimmermann, Brian Adams, and John Clendenin.
We welcome you back in once again, ladies and gentlemen. Time for the AB Squared Self-Storage Facility postgame wrap-up. Todd Mabus still addressing the team down on the field. John Clendenin will join him momentarily as Huntsville falls short tonight, 49-14 here against the Brenham Cubs. Not the night Huntsville was looking for. A lot of things just did not fall their way, and it was the way it went for Brenham. Scored 42 unanswered at one point before Huntsville was able to respond. Just not the night Huntsville, obviously, was looking for. And now Huntsville will be able to join the band in the playing of the alma mater for the Huntsville High School. So we welcome you back inside the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth with Brian Adams. I'm Carlos Zimmermann. BA just wasn't in the cards tonight for the green and white of Huntsville.
No, it really wasn't, and it's obviously first game of the year. There are a lot of things the coaching staff's going to have to work through this week at practice, and, a lot of film study. And they'll be right back in action at home next week, ready for their first win.
A&M Consolidated is the next one on the docket for the green and white, as they will look to try to get the record to 1-1. It falls to 0-1 tonight with this loss to the Brenham Cubs. John Clendenin ready to talk with Todd Mabus. Over to you, John.
Coach, obviously not the result y'all wanted tonight. What did you see in the second half that you can take out of this game and give to the team as things to build on?
I mean, we need to get better in every facet of the game of the football. And, got some young guys' experience they're going to have to draw on in the future.
Coach, things really went off script when Zay went out. What did you see from Caden at quarterback and how he was able to guide the offense and push the ball downfield?
I mean, he did a good job. Didn't had a whole lot of reps this week, and to be able to step in that situation, execute the way he did, I was proud of him.
Talk about some guys you got to see guys go in. We counted 10 sophomores on defense there at the end. How valuable is getting those live game reps against a different opponent?
I mean, it's valuable. I mean, they got a lot of football ahead of them, and so does our football team. So, we'll just keep getting better.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach.
That's Sean Clendenin with head coach Todd Mabus, obviously a bit dejected with how this game ended up going tonight here for the Huntsville Hornets, but a lot for Huntsville to work on, but still some things to be proud of as they move forward, B.A.
You know what? I think Coach Mabus said it best. They just got to get better in the game of football. And every team is going to have that same conversation. After week one, they've got to get better. And Huntsville will. I mean, the Huntsville coaching staff is top-notch. I mean, Coach Mabus, his playing experience, coaching experience, he is dealt a tough hand. When your starting quarterback goes down and the backup quarterback happens to be your son, who didn't get a whole lot of quarterback reps, is thrust into, this kind of situation. He really, I think, held his own. But they've got to get better in all aspects of the game.
Indeed they do. We'll step aside and take a break. We'll look at what's ahead for Huntsville coming up next, as well as your offensive and defensive players of the ballgame, brought to you by Wiesner of Huntsville. Coming up next here on the AB Squared Self-Storage postgame wrap-up. More from Brenham after this.
AB Squared Self-Storage is your local go-to self-storage facility that can help give you the extra space you need, big or small. From non-climate and climate-controlled storage to parking spaces for your car, boat, trailer, and RV, they have it all. AB Squared Self-Storage has 24-hour computerized gate access, around-the-clock security camera monitoring, no long-term lease commitment, and convenient payment option. Give them a call today at 936-755-5000 or reserve your space online at www.ab2selfstorage.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 49-14, your final score here tonight between the Brenham Cubs and the Huntsville Hornets. Brenham coming out on top with a massive victory to open up the regular season. Not the night Huntsville obviously was looking for, to say the least. Your Wiesner of Huntsville offensive and defensive players of the game will hand the offensive player of the game honors to Jamarian Mills. Made some very nice plays.
Yes, he did.
And just shows a lot of prowess that he can have going forward here for the Hornets at the wideout position in here, B.A.
And no doubt about it. I think the wideout position for the Hornets is deep. And they got some talent. Man, I'm sitting there watching these guys. I go, man, I'd like to kind of step back in time, put a helmet on, and try to throw a ball to these guys, You got some height. You got some speed. I mean, that's what a quarterback's dream is, They just got to get better, and they will. And it's all about repetition. At the coaches show Monday night, Carlos, Zay, and a couple of the other players that were there, just the little advice I gave them was like, when you guys are practicing, practice like it's a game, full speed. And so when you're out on Friday nights, there's no difference. So hopefully the Hornets this week will have a great week of practice.
Your Wiesner of Huntsville offensive player of the game tonight, number 15, Jamarian Mills. Defensive player of the game tonight, we will hand it over to the man that forced the lone turnover of the night, number 6, Kendra Cooper. Forced that turnover there against Jacoby Dixon, so give a call to him, being able to get that one turnover on the night here for the Huntsville Hornets. Time to take a look here at your Heritage Oak Funeral Home upcoming schedule here for your Huntsville Hornets. That is what is next on the docket for them. It'll come your way next week. At home, at long last, back at Huntsville ISD Stadium against the A&M Consolidated Tigers. A 7 p.m. kickoff. We come on the air at 6:15 p.m. And then the Hornets will have another long road trip ahead of them. They'll be taking on Lake Belton on the road on September the 11th at 7 p.m. They will open district on September the 25th. After their open week, they will host the Springwoods Tigers at Huntsville ISD Stadium before heading to Montgomery to take on Lake Creek on October the 1st. That's your Heritage Oak Funeral Home upcoming schedule for your Huntsville Hornets here this evening. We're going to take one more timeout. Me and BA will wrap it up here in Brenham after this on the AB Squared Self-Storage postgame wrap-up on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
AB Squared Self-Storage is your local go-to self-storage facility that can help give you the extra space you need, big or small. From non-climate and climate-controlled storage to parking spaces for your car, boat, trailer, and RV, they have it all. AB Squared Self-Storage has 24-hour computerized gate access, around-the-clock security camera monitoring, no long-term lease commitment, and convenient payment option. Give them a call today at 936-755-5000 or reserve your space online at www.ab2selfstorage.com.
Welcome back one last time here from Brenham, Texas, as the Cubs win 49-14 over your Hornets this evening. Alongside Brian Adams and John Clendenin, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. BA, some final thoughts before we sign off. Final thoughts on this one before we head over to the home opener against A&M Consolidated next Friday night.
Tough loss tonight. You know, there's no doubt about it. The players know it. The coaches know it. The fans know it. So next week's practice, you know, these guys are going to bounce back. It's going to be hot, but the coaches are going to have them going through their drills, their reps, and the Hornets are going to be ready for their home opener next weekend. It ought to be really good.
That is, again, next Friday night at home at Huntsville ISD Stadium, the Hive, as we affectionately call it, against A&M Consolidated, a battle for Highway 30 from the Hive next week. Kickoff at 7 p.m. We come on the air at 6:15 p.m. with the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show. Some last scores from district mates. Lake Creek leads Bastrop 45-34, 5:39 left to go in the fourth there. Cleveland knocked off Spring Woods 26-11. Goose Creek Memorial leads Kingwood Park 27-12. They're just starting the fourth quarter in that ball game. And West Fork leads Alief Elsick 13-3 in that contest. So for all of us here at the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, thanks for tuning in to game number 1. We hope to have you back for game number 2 coming up next week at home against A&M Consolidated. Some programming notes for you. You can join us bright and early tomorrow morning on our sister station, 94.1 and 104.9 The Lake, for the Pineywood Scoreboard Show. Myself and John Clendenin. We will recap the Friday night scores, take a look in, a deeper dive into this matchup tonight for Huntsville against Brenham, and so much more for you on the Pineywood Scoreboard Show. Again, that's at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning on 94.1 Lake Conroe, 104.9 Huntsville, The Lake. And then join us again Monday night at Chick-fil-A of Huntsville for our next edition of the Hornet Nation Coaches Show. 7 p.m. from Chick-fil-A. Going to be a good time there on Monday night. And then again, of course, join us Friday night next week for Huntsville versus A&M Consolidated at Huntsville ISD Stadium at 7 p.m. next Friday night. Big thank you to our crew that made this one possible. Of course, my broadcast partners, Brian Adams and John Clendenin. Man, we got quite the dream team right here.
Yeah, we did.
Joining us tonight, Damien Smith producing here for us in-house, Stephanie Keel on the camera, the tandem of Michael Cedillo and Heather Early board hopping for us back at the flagship station of the Hornets, 101.7 KSAM. Appreciate you guys back there at the studio. Big thank you to Brian Reeder, our general manager, and program director Ryan Stone for doing a lot for us to help get this broadcast off and going here tonight. Tonight's broadcast of Huntsville Hornet football on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network is copyrighted for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any other transmission or accounts of the game without the express written consent of 101.7 KSAM and Huntsville High School Athletics is strictly prohibited. Once again, for John Clendenin and Brian Adams, our entire team, I'm Carlos Zimmermann, wishing you a great rest of your Friday. Enjoy the weekend ahead. And as always, friends, stay safe. Have a pleasant tomorrow. And on the count of 3, guys, 1, 2, 3. Sting 'em Hornets. Good night. God bless. So long. Here from the heart of Washington County, here in Brenham.
This has been the AB Squared Self-Storage Hornets High School Football Postgame Show on KSAM.
I'm Jerry Larson at Reliable Auto Parts, your auto parts plus store in Huntsville, Texas. Having great products, excellent quality, and outstanding prices. This is what you can expect from Reliable Parts, where you can purchase all your car care products, maintenance supplies, and auto parts. Our services and in-house store offerings are designed to keep your vehicle and motorized machine in proper working condition. Reliable Parts, your auto parts store, 1011 11th Street, Huntsville, 295-5747.
Kick off football season with the ultimate home field advantage. August is the season to save at Clendenin Homes of Huntsville. Make the winning play on your new home this month and score big. Buy your home between August 1st and August 31st, and they will throw in a dirt pad to get your home game ready. Don't wait. This offer ends August 31st. Visit ClaytonHomesOfHuntsville.com or call 936-730-8849 today. Must close by August 31st. 936-730-8849.
Hornet fans, it's time to come home. Huntsville Hornet football is back at HISD Stadium.
Our first home game is Friday, September 4th.
And we're breaking out the camo. It's camo night as your Hornets take on the A&M Consolidated Tigers.
So wear your camo, fill up the stands, and help us make some noise.
Woo-hoo! We're on a hunt for a Hornet victory. Bingo, Hornets!
Friday night lights, Saturday afternoon games. Right here in our area, our student athletes are giving it everything they've got on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. When you advertise with us, you're doing more than reaching customers. You're cheering them on, too, because every game ball, every uniform, every ride to an away game means a little more with your support behind it. Local business, local sports, local pride. To advertise and support our students, call 936-295-2651. That's 936-295-2651.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Texas, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who play high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question. So where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
KSAM Sports Hornets High School Football on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network has been presented by Bill Fick Ford and proudly sponsored by Frank's Taco Station, Charlie's Used Cars, Walker County Federal Credit Union, Heritage Oak Funeral Home, Northside Baptist Church, AB Squared Self-Storage, Murray Insurance and Financial Services, Moak & Moak Attorneys at Law, Huntsville Main Street, Hartfield Florist, Nelson Amaya Collision, Double Dave's Pizza, University Heights Baptist Church, Chick-fil-A, Advantage Specialties, and by Wiesner of Huntsville. From Carlos Zimmermann, Brian Adams, and John Clendenin in the Bill Fick Ford broadcast booth, thanks for listening.